Look. I represent the game in a way that can't be challenged, and delegate the comments of hate that can't be managed. I was told once, roll my shoulder like blunts and don't get touched, but my skin tough and thicker than Miss Biz butt. So guess what? I'ma talk my shit and just win once. Throw uppercuts and bone breakers, a needle and haystack with haymakers. I throw mines, don't hide behind my straight right. I show mine and show no the blow by the blow, bro. I blow mines.
You out so cool.
I'd rather have my head stuck in the clouds than buried in the mound. Feet touching the asphalt, back won't touch the ground. You out about that trash talk, my hands speaking loud. The crowd sound is drowning our conversation now. I know what I'm about to do, can coma induce. But look, I train not to lose, what else is there to do? I'm a fighter, hard like barbed wire, sharp the same way. I'm tired, but get energized when the crowd say showbiz, boombaye. Showbiz, boombaye, my style's impetuous, my defense impregnable. There's no B plan when the A plan is doable. My ritual, jump rope, heavy bag, cutthroat. I'm the best in the world because my ego says so. A fighter, I am lost in this whirlwind, this make-believe world where it's a sin to be a grown man. Look, I never read a book, bruh. I must admit, I'm about that grit and that dumb shit, where your head's on some drum shit, body got Bambi legs, ears on some hum shit, later getting medicated, urine on some blood shit. I want wildest power with Devin Haney's defense. Up off that, yeah, yes, up off. Hey! Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. It's Thorough Thursday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. Look at who we have here. Let me see who we have up in here. Jay Sosa. Whoa! And she said brick. Let me see. Chip Scott Lark. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Thorough Thursday. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for the fun of him.
Bring on this with the laugh and do the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs. The Vergil man can boing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. Hey, yeah, it's Thursday because it's fight week. We gonna cover Conor, Benn, Cris, Eubank. You ain't gonna get no better than that. But first, let's give it up to the ladies. Oh, hit the Tyson bell. And wait a minute. Hold on. We ain't never done rude. Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work. Hit the Tyson bell. Hey, somebody said that he said, I bet, Jay Sosa said, I bet, oh, that's a dope profile. He said, I bet 5K on Eubank, brother. I'm not like everybody else. I ain't, sucker on you like, hey, listen, brother, good luck to you, my brother, as long as you place your bet on my bookie that I want to. My bookie that I want to try. All I have is respect. You put your money where your mouth is. It's all good with me, brother. Hey, listen, good luck to you. I got my money on Conor Benn. Good luck. We up. Oh, hell no. Wait a second. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Brother, you got that right. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Hold on. Where we at? We outside.
Anything can happen when you're outside. You can lose a fight, see a chick, Have a convo that's fine. Ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask if he's alright.
Hit the Tyson bell, and I can give a damn. We ain't gonna start the show without your brother and mine. Where you at? Squad up. Squad up. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Yes, the press conference in 3 minutes. There was no way that this channel was going to miss that shit. One of the greatest rivalries of all time, the greatest rivalry in UK boxing. I predict Conor Benn in the 6th round in a high action fight. Biz, what do you think? Yeah, I put money on the KO. Like I said, Conor Benn failed to finish Cris Eubank Jr. when he could have stopped him the first fight. He could have. People don't see it, but I do. I saw how rocked Cris Eubank was and how wild he got. If he calmed down, he would have stopped. He definitely would have dropped him. And Cris getting up, he could have finished if he was calming. So he has the goods to actually stop Cris Eubank. All right. And when he was bone tired and done and everything, the tenacity, Cris Eubank could stop him. But he could probably very possibly outbox Conor Benn with his size, reach, all that shit, all the stuff that with Bomac in his corner. The fight, it is what it is. It's just a fantastic matchup. Let me see. Let me go to the zone. We all know it's about time to enter the zone war room. We in the zone war room. Eubank going to be diabolical. He looked better yesterday than Conor Benn, in my opinion. Conor Benn looked great. He looked great, but Cris Eubank looked fantastic in the media workout. I'm never a hater. Plus, I'm never going to hate Cris Eubank. Cris Eubank, my guy. That's my dude. But Conor Benn's my boy, too. I never really met Conor Benn in person, but I've spoken to him. We acknowledge each other more so than me and Cris Eubank. But I met Cris Eubank in person. Hold on. Y'all saw it. I interviewed him.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Oh, here we go.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
Okay, can you guys hear? Biz got that crispy line in. Yeah.
It's the home of boxing.
I'm working on a new style. The style is probably going to be very lame. It's probably going to be considered very lame, all right, because it's going to be extremely regular. I'm thinking about just having a mangy natural that's real short, not long enough to sponge, but too long to brush. Just a bad length. A bad length with a 5 o'clock shadow. Just have my build on right, a more classic 60s look, right? A Black Panther Party look. Not quite Fred Hampton, but not as clean as Stokely Carmichael. Just like a Huey P. Newton Bawasi look. Like 1960 polyester pant, t-shirt tucked in, look like dad's coming home, make sure the house clean look. Remember that hard knuckle vasculated forearm, shirt tucked in, you know what I'm saying? Fedora hat on top of the natural look. The MLK, but more rugged. You get what I'm trying to exfoliate. Stone Age. I'm going to represent the Stone Age. There you go. A grown-ass YN look. Let me see. Blow with a low taper type ish. Yeah, but nothing, no taper. No taper, but not enough to be considered a fro. But it's a natural, but I dig it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you say shit like I dig it. That type of look. Before taper. Ain't no tape. Yeah. Like I need a haircut look. My is delayed. Okay, fine. That's great for us. Let me see. I want to leave the barber chair looking like I need a haircut. Like, brother, you went to the barber shop? Yes, today. Brother, you need a cut. That's what I need. I want to look like that. Now, but you can't do it as chubby as I was. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my abs back. So you got to be shredded wheat. You got to be shoulder development. You know what? Jonathan Majors. Let me check out Jonathan Majors. Let me check out Jonathan. I'm pretty sure there's a picture of Jonathan Majors with the 60s look. Let me see. Jonathan Majors. Polyester. See, not like that. That looks diabolical. Man, see, now it looks paused because he got his lips puckered, and I don't want my lips puckered. That's the thing. I'm not trying to have my lips puckered though. You know, yeah, the lips puckered, brother. Yeah, I don't know. Here you go. His lips ain't puckered right here. Okay, there you go. Right here. Less lip puckered though. Right there. But my beard don't grow out as much. So you know what I'm trying to say. Because he's an ugly man. 1960s. Let me see. Nah, Biz. Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. You know. Let me see. Snap benefits can get you shredded. What's a snap? You talking about like the social media app? Only a fanboy can focus on boxing talk. Only a fanboy. Only a fanboy. I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm going to be doing a video of what I walk into. Don't worry. I'm going to be doing a video probably today. Roy Jones Jr. working with Errol Spence. Okay. And I'm just going to give you guys a preview of food stamps. Oh, okay. I'm going to give you guys a preview right now of pretty much the type of stuff I'm going to talk about in my video. One, never heard of Snap. No. We never took. I'll talk about this in a minute. Snap or whatever that is. One, I'm hoping that Roy Jones, in working with Errol Spence, speaks on the fact that you need a tune-up, brother. I hope. Well, bad style for Spence. He can't teach Spence his style, and that's not what he's going to try to do, right? But what Spence can't be is just a move forward tank. Okay. So he can't. Spence too old to all of a sudden he's Roy Jones. That it doesn't work like that. But Roy's going to know better, right? But I am going in my video. I'm going to make a plea that, or make the prediction that I'm sure Roy is like, Spence, you got to tune it up. I mean, I'm an all-time great fighter. You ain't nowhere on the level I am. You're never going to reach the pinnacles I reach. So listen to me. All right. You're going to need a tune-up, bro. And I understand your heart. Roy's the right person to talk to him. I understand your heart because that's what Roy was insane. So I get your heart, bro. But you're going to, just with my wisdom and getting older, you know, you got to listen to the OG. You're going to need a tune-up, bro. I'm hoping that. Let me see. What up, show? What the ShowBizz and War Room? Just listening from Wake. Love you, boy. That's what we're here for. That's why it's the morning podcast. I understand that. I understand that part. It's live. Is it muted or like the press conference? Oh, I see it. I see it's moving. Okay, Snap. I've never heard of Snap, but I'm going to say this. You guys know I came up through the projects. All right. And single parent household. My mother worked 2 jobs and never took the government assistance as far as like food stamps and stuff like that. Never did. Love you, Mom. It sent a signal to me. Like, oh, you just got to get to work in. You got to get to work in. That's the signal it sent to me. My mom put a key to my house, to our apartment, on a shoestring around my neck. And I was like in 4th grade. My brothers were in school And I mean, we just had to get it how we live. I had a shoestring with the key on. I put it under my shirt. I had it around my neck and walked home. Hey, yo. And if we didn't have the money to eat, then we just grab some bologna, put some cheese on it, fry it up, get you a syrup sandwich and get busy, bro. For real. For real. Let me see. Chi-Town's in the building. Chi-Town's in the building. W Mama bit. Yeah, I mean, she just really taught me whatever you grow, you eat. You know what I'm saying? You get what you produce. It was just, that's where it's at. Let me see. Shout out War Room. Spence definitely needs at least 2 tune-up fights. Yeah, I would think so. I think, listen, anyone who says they want Vergil versus Spence now isn't thinking about anybody but they're only thinking about their fanboyism of Vergil Hill. They're not, I mean, Vergil Ortiz, not Vergil Hill, Vergil Ortiz. They're not thinking about Spence. They're not thinking about anything else. They're not thinking about what fans want with Boots. And they're not thinking about anything else. They have a disdain for Boots, which is understood because if you're a fanboy of one, you hate the other. It's kind of like, it just becomes that. All right. When you hear fans talking, it's like, yeah, what has Boots done? Well, what has Vergil done? Ain't like Vergil has ever been champion, right? Boots has done more as far as accolades than Vergil. I don't think Vergil has he even fought a champion. He never fought a champion. He would have beaten him. So, you know, everybody act like Vergil Ortiz is getting a whole bunch of money and selling out the house and a 3-time champion. People they're using arguments that doesn't even fit. They just making excuses. But they would want Vergil to pick off Spence because they will want the idea of Spence. And then when people know what it is, it's kind of like Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. I beat Mike Tyson. I know what it is, though. But if you're a huge Jake Paul fanboy, you're going to be like, it was still Mike Tyson. So that's what people want to do with Spence, right? My thing is, if you want Vergil to fight Spence and you all on Vergil nuts, don't you want him to fight the best Spence that you can find? Don't you want 154 even better? If you're about competition and ain't about the easy life, you will want Spence to become a real threat at 154, get some tune-ups in. On top of that, if he knocks out 2 fighters in a row, it's more hype. It's even more hype for Spence to fight Boots or Vergil. You know what I'm saying? Vergil's scary. Vergil, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you what I think about this. I like the fans who stand on their own too. I don't like the fans who are beta-minded and just followers. With that said, Vergil is being coaxed into saying that he wants Spence now. Not everybody could be Terrence Bud Crawford, who's like, I don't want to fight Spence right after the accident. Not everybody's going to have that integrity. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's a picture of somebody real scary. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry. Biz, you know the character that saved Danny in The Shining in The Lieutenant? Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I know. You saw that they brought up Shawshank Redemption? All of that is linked. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Somebody's outside. Hold on real quick. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. Ain't nothing but UPS. Yeah. No, that you talking about hollering. So what was I going to say? Yeah, not everybody, I'm sorry, y'all, but not everybody has the integrity of Terrence Crawford to say, I want to fight the best Spence. I'm not just trying to fight Spencer. So I think Vergil Ortiz is being coaxed into taking the weakest Spence you can get and just having the name. And so he's going to rep that. In doing so, his loyal fans are going to try to argue for it and try to make sense out of it. They're going to say that it makes sense. And they're going to believe it, because when you are a religious fanboy, you believe anything that whoever you fanboying say. Like, oh yeah, that's why wouldn't it? And what did Boots do? And I mean, you're no longer yourself. But if you use your own mind, you know you don't want that. You really don't want that. You want the best Spence to come back. Let Spence do whatever and then come back. The thing about Vergil Ortiz and Boots is nothing but space and opportunity. Number two, I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it again. I think I'm just going to keep saying it until the business understands this. The fan base has gotten smarter. The fan base, not the fanboys, will always be dumb, but the fan base of boxing have gotten smarter, right? We know what you're doing, right? So if Vergil and Boots were to fight instead, whoever loses, we ain't going to hate them. We're going to love them because you gave us the fight. The business of boxing has to understand that. And there's been examples of that. The UFC culture can see Nate Diaz with 15 losses or whatever he has and love him to death and see him as a great, because they have already accepted the culture of fighting them all. And in fighting them all, you will lose and you will win. And thank you for giving us those nights. The reason why boxing is failing, right? And every ESPN, HBO, and Showtime drop boxing. They dropped boxing because it wasn't worth their while. But why wasn't it? Because the fan base lost interest in it. Now, there are fanboys that's going to be in the chat room saying otherwise. Hell no, no. You don't speak for everybody. Well, they're just casuals. Right. They won't become diehard fans of a sport that isn't given to them. You get what I'm saying? The reason why I'm a diehard fan is because I fell in love with boxing when boxing was giving back with Hagler, Mike Tyson, and them. Of course, I'll be a hardcore fan. But I'm just saying there's less new fans of this sport. So they dropped it. There's less new, and there's lesser and lesser new fans. So that whole idea of let's let a fight build and build it up in a ring and then not have the fight materialize and people going to hang in there. They're not going to hang in there. Like, oh shit, Vergil Ortiz versus Boots is next. Oh, he's going to fight Spence? F that. I'm out. And they don't know what that they're killing the sport and their own brand. They don't know. They don't know. And there's fanboys of you sickening in a sickening way are saying, yeah, that's better. Y'all sick. Because it's that idea that has just, you keep doing it this way, there won't be I'm still standing on, I think America has given up on boxing. We got to bring it back. Boxing is big everywhere else. American boxers are fighting everywhere else now. Brian Norman in Japan, Brian Norman in Saudi Arabia, Devin Haney, David Benavidez, they're everywhere else now because that's where they're appreciated. That's where they get to the bag. As of right now, y'all can't get the picture to the weapon that's drawn. But as of right now, I can forecast, I can see it. Vegas isn't a boxing city anymore. There's a big fight that can happen in Vegas. That's it. There's a big fight that can happen in Vegas. That's what Vegas is. But it's not where boxing lives. And that's the Black Two Sugars. A big fight can happen on Netflix. Yes, but that's not where boxing lives. All right, here we go.
Going to happen today because, well, Chris Eubank Jr. is in the building, and a Chris Eubank Jr. press conference is a press conference that is must-see TV. Also, by the way, come close, cameraman. Adim Azim versus Kurt Scooby is getting interesting. Anyway, you know what to do. Lock in. It's press conference day.
That was dope.
Great rivalries.
That was dope. And here's the
Chris
thing.
Eubank and Nigel
Here's
Benn.
the thing.
35 years on, the Sons of.
I know how this all works, and that was pre-recorded. I want to say this too. You know what I want to do? I want to take you guys through Dazn. Next time I go out there, I want y'all to see Dazn. I want, you know what? I'm gonna leave that for a meeting. I want the war room to see what goes into all of this. You know what I mean? I want y'all to see how this works. Let me see. I can't wait. Chris is a fool. This is gonna be crazy. But that Azim and Scooby snacks, that's gonna be. It's a gambling city. Turkey's seen the weakness in USA. Yeah, and let me tell you something too, Jesus. Everybody sees the war room. I am not kidding. Everyone sees the war room. And what we were talking about, everybody was like, yeah. You know what? Hell yeah, bruh. Take on the challenges, win, lose, or draw. Hell yeah. That built the sport. And Turkey, he saw that the desert of boxing. I'm going to give them what they need because y'all left boxing wide open. I'm going to give them what they need. Let me buy up EA Sports too. I'm going to give them the video game. I'm going to give them boxing movies. I'm going to give them boxing cartoons. I'm going to give them boxing matches, all the matches. I don't give a damn. Deontay Wilder's your champion. He's your guy. Well, let's see. Him versus Big Bang Zane. Oops. Big Bang Zane versus Aggie Capayal. Oops. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Ward. Oops. Like, we're going to find out season. Y'all couldn't get Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank for years. Got it now. Oops. What the hell happened? Brian Norman versus Devin Haney. Oops. It's up. It is up. Y'all couldn't do it. Or you know, I want to keep my fighter safe and sound, so I won't do it and wait. Those days are gone, bro. Those days are gone. You couldn't get Williams Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson in the ring for shit years ago. Oops. And then there's people who are still saying, oh, I don't like that. Like, all right, y'all need to go. It's the Stone Age.
It's real. It's happening. And we're here now. And as these hours pass, as these days go by, it's another step closer to the moment.
Yeah, those days
bell goes and the fire gets lit again. It's going to happen. And believe you me, it will be every bit as good as the last one because it can never fail to deliver.
Biz, off topic, but do you think AJ would take a dive versus Jake Paul? No. Brother. Yeah. It's not what y'all think. Tyron Woodley didn't take a dive, bro. Mike Perry didn't take a dive. He just got his ass beat. Mike Tyson didn't take a dive, bro. Y'all don't get y'all. I mean, y'all live in a conspiracy fake land, bro. But AJ's gonna knock out Jake Paul in a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds. The thing is, Jake Paul fighting AJ seems so crazy because y'all have said that Jake Paul is something that he's not. Y'all believe the fake so much that him taking on AJ, y'all like, huh? How? What? He must be taking a dive. It was never that. But y'all don't know. Nate Robinson ain't take a dive. It's just Nate damn Robinson. A 60-year-old Mike Tyson ain't take a dive. Jake Paul didn't want to. The punches that Mike didn't throw, he knew if he threw that, Jake Paul was sitting back and was going to knock his ass. I was there at the fight. Mike ain't have the abilities to cover the distance without Jake, young-ass Jake, responding. So they both in there was like, hey, I ain't going to knock your old ass out if you don't try it. That's what happened. There was no script. That's what happened, bro. That's the Black Two Sugars. Bro, bro. But y'all want AJ not retired. AJ gonna knock his ass completely out. Why would AJ take a dive? AJ got more money to make. Y'all think Jake Paul is God. Y'all think he is boxing God, that the money that he'll give is, he doesn't make more money than AJ. You think the money he'll offer AJ will make AJ dive? AJ could take a fight and sell out Wembley. He's about to try to fight Tyson Fury. He ain't going to take a dive against Jake Paul and then ruin the bag with Tyson Fury. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much money he'll make? Jake Paul ain't got that much money to offer him. Y'all be tripping, bro. Y'all be tripping. Let me see. Thank you, Biz. Jake Paul cannot rig fights. It is literally a federal crime. People just hate Jake. Brother, that would have been got out. And let me run something else by you. Let me run something else by you. I'm on my show, babe. Love you, bye. Let me run something else by you. I think, hold on. Let me see what Wata has to say. A ShowBizz, my bad. When AJ KO Jake, will this be their end of Jake Paul era? Could be, or people will love Jake Paul for having such big balls that he'll get a chance to fight again. He'll be respected more. 100 million purse each. Yeah, I'm saying. So why take a dive against Jake? You're going to get to the bag anyway, knock him out, and then that solidifies, then you can fight Tyson Fury. And that, bro, please. But I'm going to tell you guys this, that y'all have perverted and mixed up. I did not know this, but I'm realizing now that people think that Jake Paul bailed out of the Gervonta fight. No, Gervonta did. Jake Paul ain't leave. Somebody told me, hey, in my DMs, you think Jake Paul couldn't make weight? That's why this didn't happen. Jake Paul was at the crib. Gervonta pulled out. The shit happened with Gervonta's side, not Jake. It happened with Gervonta's side, not Jake. And it makes sense because I told you guys a long time ago, and y'all still don't listen. Gervonta never wanted the fight. He said it himself. It's the fight that I want next, talking about Roach, but it ain't the fight that's going to be next. He didn't want the Jake Paul fight. He showed up to the press conferences playing with balloons and shit. Look at the first. He didn't want that shit. He wasn't going to fight the dude. He didn't want to fight, bro. It wasn't Jake Paul. Let me see. Yeah, I respect Jake now, bro. That's Anthony Joshua. I'm saying, bro. He's going to go right out there and get murked by AJ. And y'all going to be like, that's right. Okay. Now that's real. Of course. Listen, bro. My whole point of my video, and this has been my whole point with Jake Paul since the beginning, why everybody cried over Jake. Jake Paul's resume and his career makes all the sense in the world to me. The dude was a Disney Channel YouTuber with no coordination whatsoever. He fights Gibb and Nate Robinson. That makes sense. To be fighting Silva as quick as he did was with no amateur background. That's crazy talk. Nate Diaz and all that makes sense to me. You're not what Jake Paul is a project. He's not a pro dominating fighter. He should be he's Butterbean. Butterbean was doing the right thing, having tough man contest fights. As soon as he fought a damn fighter, he got his ass whipped. Larry Holmes and just a random guy who knocked out Butterbean. He's Butterbean. People wanted Jake Paul to be damn Bivol. It's like, are y'all insane? Now he's going to throw himself in there with AJ. That shit's ridiculous. Just like Francis Ngannou. And y'all like, yeah, there you go. He was a Disney kid YouTuber, bruh. He going up against a gold medalist Olympian, 2-time world champion who was unified, knockout artist, bruh. And then once he get knocked out bad, it's going to be like, why did he do that? Because y'all
said that he wasn't real. He's gonna throw his ass out there and get whitewashed. Let me see. It's all we've been waiting on Jake to do is to fight an active boxer heavyweight. Yeah, respect to Jake to get in the ring. But here's my thing. It's all we've been waiting on Jake to do. If you wanted him to fight, AJ is ridiculous. He shouldn't even be fighting a heavyweight. He never fought a heavyweight before, only against Mike Tyson. It should be a cruiserweight, number one. Number two, who with the experience of Jake Paul can even get in the ring with AJ? Nobody. Nobody should be able to get in the, if you have the experience, if you got 13 fights, what is he, 12-1? You shouldn't get a chance to fight AJ. But people want that. It's American boxing, bro. It's American boxing. That's why I said American boxing, bruh, is the American fan base is crazy.
But welcome to the final press conference for The Ring. Unfinished
100%.
business. Cris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn 2 this Saturday, November 15th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. We would first like to give a special thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
And here's the last thing, Charles Baker. People are going to think Jake Paul has a chance. The American fan base don't know. You listen to how UK fans are talking about this fight. They're like, this is ridiculous. The American fan base it's like, about time, Jake Paul. The American fan base is sick. We need to get our boxing brains back together, bro. Is ridiculous.
Sella, Ring Magazine, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, and Ben Shalom for Boxer, in association with Frank Warren for Queensberry and Gold Star Promotions, along with
I'm sure
great sponsors: Everlast, BYD, Cleans, Movember, Mr. Q Casino, and Betfred. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this event will be broadcasted live worldwide, exclusively on Dazn, and the last remaining tickets available are purchased through Ticketmaster.co.uk. Let's now get the undercard press conference participants
real quick,
introduced.
Real quick. Let me tell you guys this. What AJ is. He's like Mike Tyson in this sense. He's not as good as Mike Tyson. I gotta put that out there. People are like, yeah, not another Mike. In this sense, AJ would destroy a grade F fighter. Right? But when it comes to a grade A fighter, it's like, oh shit. That was Mike Tyson. He struggled way more with a grade A fighter. But when it comes to a grade F fighter, he'd demolish him. There are fighters like that. Right? So you have like Muhammad Ali. He can fight a grade F fighter and a grade A fighter, and both fights kind of look the same. It takes him a while, to kind of. So when Francis Ngannou went the distance with Tyson Fury, people actually thought Francis Ngannou was going to beat AJ. AJ, the way he's made, just like how Mike Tyson is made and Foreman, the way he's made, he'll blow up a guy like Francis Ngannou, a guy like Jake Paul. It's like 1, 2, boom, bam, sleep. So the matchup is horrible for Jake Paul. Horrible.
I train Reactor.
Biz, we do want Jake in boxing, so I'm glad he finna get knocked out.
From Duarte, California, USA.
I love you, boy.
Kurt Scooby.
Well, the whole thing, and then I gotta watch the press conference. We gotta talk. The whole thing about that is we don't want him in the sport, but he is American boxing. America only deals with Jake Paul, Canelo Alvarez, and Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. That's what we like. Without Jake Paul is one of the remaining boxing products for America. That's how washed up we've gotten. as far as America boxing. We need Jake Paul to keep the boxing heart pumping. It's true, Biz. I don't think Jake can win at all. Do you think he can swing for the fences and catch the weak? No. AJ Chin ain't that weak either. Not that weak. Jake Paul weak. Like, no, man. He ain't. No. Swing for the fences. Could Francis Ngannou? No. Francis Ngannou ain't have a snowball chance in hell.
Welcome the promoters, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Ben Shalom for Boxer. And now we hand things over to your host, Mr.
All right, here we go.
Jamie Ward.
Right, what's Spence? All right, here we go.
Thank you, Thomas Schreiber. Okay. Well, a very, very good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's final press conference. Of course, the countdown well and truly on now to Saturday night's action.
Eddie.
As the ring proudly presents unfinished business. 203 days on after their epic encounter in April, the sound for round 13.
Scooby and Azim is almost as entertaining as Chris
we get to sit there and watch it all unfold on Saturday night. Plenty more of discussion to come on the main event a little bit later on. But first we hear from the supporting cast, the undercard. And each fight here on the stage carries its own story, its own narrative, and its own opportunity for the 10 fighters here to create something truly special for themselves, to create a night that they will be able to look back on forever through victory and never, ever forget. Before we do hear from the fighters and the promoters, I am going to hand over to the man they call Versace. Your guess as to why is as good as mine, but that is Ring CEO, Mr. Rick Reno. Rick, over to you.
This guy is hysterical.
Thanks a lot. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We got a spectacular rematch this Saturday.
Dude, this guy.
Eubank Benn. But before those gentlemen get in the ring to do some unfinished business, we got a magnificent undercard featuring my man Jack right there, Jack Catterall, while Eddie was playing footsie in Philadelphia and sipping on champagne in Texas. I've been pushing my man Jack, and while he's got Ennis on his side, he's not facing no Lima. We got no Lima job, Eddie, this time.
I can't believe you're on the wrong side.
I agree. But you're my mate. I want to look directly at you. So I said,
thanks,
sit me and Eddie right together.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Unlike some people who don't let you talk at the media events, I always want you up here with me.
Thank you, mate.
I'll always protect you, even against Dana. He may want to take you out. I won't let him. You got the Versace protection plan.
You're the man, Rick. Love you, baby.
I don't think Rick now talk Eddie.
Jack's got a tough night with Echo, a true danger man, an upset artist. Just sent Josh Taylor into retirement. And
love you, boy.
They call him the engine, and he does have an engine. And he can fight, and that's why it's an intriguing contest. I know Jack should have been undisputed world champion. It got taken from him, and he wants to get back there again. But Echo has some ideas of his own, and it's going to be some fight, and I really look forward to it. Adam Azim, one of the rising stars in British boxing, he's got a tough assignment as well. I was watching Kurt at the open workout, and he looked jacked. He looked completely jacked. And, Adam has some guts. He could have, when his opponent fell out, he could have just waited off, taken an easier fight, but he was ready to take on anybody. And, Kurt's a tough guy to take on short notice. And like I said, he's in shape and ready to go. And you can never forget the heavyweights with Tommy and Riapour. Tommy's taking a big step up.
Come on, man.
Riapour's got the experience. But in the heavyweight division, like always, and we've seen it this year time and time again, one punch can change everything. Guy could be up 10 rounds, 11th round comes, one punch, spark out. And the heavyweight division, it's important for both of those guys to get that win because, as everybody knows, it's no secret. Usyk, the top guy, he's got 1 foot out the door. Maybe he retires. Maybe he has one more fight at best. There's going to be a lot of vacant belts. once he goes, and every victory counts at this point. So I expect a lot of action with this undercard, and I look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday night.
Shit!
Okay, thank you, Rick. Next to Ben Shalom, the man to your right of Boxer. Ben, good to see you. I mean, what a turnout. Speaks for itself. Another terrific spectacle lies in store on Saturday night. What does it mean to you and to Boxer to be involved once again?
Oh, it's incredible. Just to be sat up here and see the scale of this again is special. It doesn't happen very often, and it'll be a huge night for Chris Eubank on Saturday night, but it'll also be a very good night for our guys on the undercard. Obviously, Adam Azim, who we believe is a generational talent, takes on Kurt Scobie, who's been loud all week.
Wakey.
This is a test that he needs.
Wakey.
He's looking jacked. He's looking big.
There you go.
But this is a perfect opportunity for Adam to see and show how good he is. All the talk before the fight, there won't be any talk after the fight, believe me.
Taking your trousers still, huh?
Richard Riakpo returns. He's been to the top of the cruiserweight division with us for a long time. Always felt like he wasn't right at the weight. Always felt like there was another gear to go. And now at heavyweight, he takes on Tommy Welsh.
Nobody came. I love y'all, but nobody came to see y'all.
In a big clash, but something that they wanted. It's a test that they wanted, and the winner will go on to big things. But an incredible undercard.
We heard Rick said all this shit, bro.
Thank you to the ring. Thank you to Turki Al-Sheikh, because these events don't happen without them. And yeah, it's very, very special to be involved.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Over to you then, promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, probably wise to make the most of this opportunity to speak at this evening's press conference in the absence for now of your friend Chris Eubank Jr. But similar question, I guess, for you, for Matchroom, another stadium show. What does this all mean?
Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to talk later, so I'm just going to do 15 minutes now. You look around, you see the scale and the size of this event. I do want to just say a couple of thank yous in all seriousness, because I probably won't get a chance to say it later. To the incredible team at Seller and Ring Magazine, of course, Turki Al-Sheikh, who drives, you know, the real passion and the journey for boxing. Ring, you know, Versace over there, Mike, everybody, our incredible team at Matchroom. And of course, Dazn, who have now firmly established themselves as the global home of boxing. And we know this event is exclusively live
Eddie taking
on
my
the platform.
talking
When you look at the run from now till the end of the year, it's quite remarkable. Of course, on Saturday, there'll be 68,000 people at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for a historic night of British boxing. But next week in Riyadh is a card that I think fight fans have never seen before. Devin Haney goes for another world championship in another weight class against Brian Norman. Benavidez against Yard. Our guy Bam against Martinez. Sam Noakes goes for the world title against Abdullah Mason. It's an incredible night in Riyadh. And the week after that, one of the biggest stars in British boxing, Ben Whittaker, makes his Matchroom debut in Birmingham. What a fighter.
I love Ben Whittaker.
We can't wait to see that young man
Is he one of the biggest
before we head to Monaco on December 6th for a breathtaking card. December the 13th, Stockton, California. And of course, December 20th, our first ever show in Africa, in Ghana. And the 27th, we're back in Riyadh for a night of the Samurai with Naya and Nue.
Everybody who's paid $45 a month, everybody who's an Ultimate fan,
that's what you call
got the Ultimate plan. Y'all
in
get
terms of the
on
main event, I'm sure we'll cover that.
Y'all ain't got to
This is
worry
an
about how do
unbelievable
I
card.
get
A couple of
the
words
It's over. It's
from
up.
our guys and to my left. And Ricky's right. This guy should have been the undisputed champion at 140 pounds. What a fight against Echo Esserman. You saw him end the career of Josh Taylor. This is Matchroom against Queensbury again. It's a brilliant domestic matchup that could sell any arena in the UK. And Ishmael Davis getting another golden opportunity to fight a great fighter in Sam Gillian, another domestic classic for the British title. We can't wait. This is what dreams are made of. 68,000 people at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Benn, Eubank, 4 is what it is. Thank you to everybody involved. Good luck to everybody on the night. Be safe. And we look forward to another historic night at Tottenham. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. Well, let's now hear then from the most important people on this stage, of course, this evening. That is, of course, the fighters. 6 rounds in the flyweight division kicks things off. A 5-fight undercard, as I say, building towards the main event on Saturday night. And a big chance for Mikey Talon, 10-0 from Liverpool, unbeaten to shine on the big stage. But standing in his way is Fazan Shahid, who comes into this fight on a good run, back-to-back wins, with ideas of his own. Fazan, we'll start with you because you will be the first fighter to make his ring walk at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday night. When you think about your boxing journey, you actually lost your professional debut, I believe, in the car park of Sheffield Arena on a small hall show, and now you're here about to ring walk in front of over 60,000 fans on one of the biggest shows of the year. How does it make you feel when you look at your boxing journey now?
I'm just grateful for this occasion. Obviously I'm a massive underdog for this fight. I've got nothing to lose but everything to gain. So yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm just happy to be here.
Mikey Talon is the unbeaten prospect. His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh's a big fan of his. He's got the training team behind him in Joe Gallagher as well. He's expected in the eyes of many, Fazan, to win this fight on Saturday night. But tell us what your plans are.
Listen,
like you said, he's
listen.
the A side of the.
I'm sorry, but I just listen, y'all. Talking about echoes, I know. Listen, y'all. Wait, 45 is still overpriced. It's not. It's not. Listen, if you can't afford $45 a month, you can't afford 30, and that's the Black Two Sugars. If you can't afford $45, you can't afford 30. You shouldn't be looking at anything, because if you're seriously, and I'm not saying I'm not getting on people who can't afford it. I'm saying if you can't afford 45, you can't afford 30. If you take a girl out to dinner and you get a bill for $45 and you're like, man, that was too much because all I got is 30. You couldn't afford the dinner. If you had 30, you shouldn't take her out anyway. You need that 30. You shouldn't be spending that 30. If you can't afford 45, you shouldn't be spending $45 a month. Yo, bruh, you can recover $45 so quick. $45. You'll spend $300 at the club. $45. Bruh, you can find $45 instead of the Disney Channel. Have Dazn if you love boxing. It's not really, but here we go.
A big chance for him to leave Tottenham Hotspur with that British title on his shoulder as well. But standing in his way
hard if you can't afford
is the man who doesn't know how to say no. The man, Ishmael Davis. It doesn't matter how long the notice may be, how big the stage might be, or who indeed the name might be. Ishmael Davis just simply loves to fight. And this is a terrific fight. Many are picking this to potentially steal the show, certainly as far as the undercard is concerned. Sam Gilly, let me come to you first. As I just said there, you talk about a fairy tale opportunity for the Tottenham Hotspur fan at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Is this just about as good as it could be for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, I've waited a long time to fight for this British title, and the fact it's ended up being at Spurs is special. I mean, being a Spurs fan, it's normally quite painful of a weekend, so I'm looking forward to having a bit of fun and getting a win.
Ishmael, just saying there about Sam's motivation, what this whole occasion means to you. Despite recent setback, Ishmael, and things not necessarily going your way in big fights on big stages in big stadiums, why have you never let that derail you off your track in this game?
I just believe in life. You got to keep going, and that's just what I'm doing, man. And I know the level of boxing I can get to, and I feel like I'm on the belt because everyone knows I should have won that robbery in that island, but that's in the past. And now it's time to get the British title and the Commonwealth title. But, you know, I've heard him say he wants to win the British since a kid. I wish he does win it, but Saturday won't be his night.
Damn. Seems respectful for the best part, Sam, between you and Ishmael Davis, but you've said this is your destiny. Why can't he beat you? Why won't he beat you and stand in the way of that on Saturday?
Listen, it is respectful. This is just work for us at the end of the day. But I just believe with every bit of me, this is what the last couple of years, all of this disappointments, it's just led to this. And this is just my moment to show how good I am and what level I'm at.
Ishmael, final word to you. How do you leave with the belts on Saturday night? Tell us.
Everyone knows what I bring. We know what Sam brings. I'm going to be in there like a steam machine on Saturday, so get ready for a good fight, and I'll do what I do best.
And a quick one from promoter Eddie Hearn as well, who promotes Ishmael Davis. Matchroom versus Queensbury once again, so no pressure, Ishmael.
Yeah, no, it's, you know, Ishmael's had a lot of great opportunities, but he's also taken a lot of tough fights at short notice. But
that's a fact.
there's absolutely nothing to say other than he must win this
That
fight.
board
Saturday
chuck
night.
shit
This
had
is
me like, hold
absolute last chance saloon to take one of these chances. He's a great fighter. He's worked his socks off. Sam's a great fighter as well. This is a great domestic matchup and a must-win for our man, and we believe he'll get the job done.
Said it's a must-win.
One on Saturday night, vacant British, and Sam Gillies Commonwealth Super Welterweight titles
you better
on
win
the
this.
line in that one when he faces Ishmael Davis. Now, it wouldn't be a big show without a bit of fun, would it? And a bit of fireworks from the big boys in boxing's blue ribbon glamour division, the heavyweight division, and that is exactly what we have to look forward to on Saturday night as Richard Riakpor's second fight for him up at heavyweight under trainer Billy Nelson continues his assault on the domestic scene at heavyweight, but standing in his way, the unbeaten 16-0 Tommy Welch, who has big plans of his own this weekend. Just before we hear from the fighters, a quick word from you, Ben Shalom, of course, representing Richard Riakpor. At this stage of his career, what is the ambition and where do you believe, in terms of chapters, they're still left to write in the story of Richard Riakpor?
Look, the best is yet to come. It's something that Richard's been waiting for a long time, I have to say. He had to wait a long time to fight for the world title at the cruiserweight division, and then it was moving up straight away. It's a test. It's a big show. Fair play, as I say, to Tommy for taking this. I know his dad very well, and he'll be wanting to follow in his footsteps. It's as much as a big night for him as it is for Richard, but you know, Richard looks at that British domestic heavyweight scene and wants to get in amongst it. He wants those big names. He wants the big fights and win on Saturday night, and that's what he'll get.
Okay, thanks, Ben. Richard, welcome. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday night. Not quite Selhurst Park, of course, as far as you're concerned, but it's not bad. You said on your social media, Richard, this one's about legacy, discipline and purpose. Can you just tell us exactly what that means and what you meant by that?
Yeah, the journey's been a long journey. For me to be on the stage competing on these big shows.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't know, but pre-COVID, things are very different. You know, to get on these stages, you have to win some big fights. You know, I was just talking to Sam about this a minute ago, but the journey continues, and we want to get one world title.
Pre-Turki ala Sheik. Get pre-COVID.
And my test on
you
Saturday,
couldn't get on the stage.
To put on the
Pre-Turki ala Sheik.
A few comments in the build-up from Team Welch about moving up to heavyweight at the age of 35 at this stage of your career maybe isn't the wisest idea. I just wonder what your counter-argument and response to that would be.
Well, everybody has their own opinion, and it doesn't mean nothing to me. It's all about the results, and the results will speak for themselves.
Tommy, welcome. Heard from your father, Scott Welch, of course, former British Commonwealth and WBO World Heavyweight title challenger Scott Welch, that you've been ready for a little while, built yourself up nicely to 16-0, but you said for some reason or another, perhaps the opportunity just hasn't presented itself. Now you are here. You've called yourself a nobody, Tommy, in the build-up, so what are we all going to find out about the nobody on Saturday night?
Firstly, I just want to say hi to everyone that's turned out. It's pretty incredible seeing all these faces here.
That's Drago's son.
Us guys and the top boys on the show.
That's little Drago.
Pretty incredible. I think Turki and all the promoters involved have done a fabulous job in providing some of the best nights in boxing's history. And to be a part of it is
got an R&B
quite
coat
amazing. And
I give me an R&B coat.
I'm looking forward to this challenge with Richard Riakpor. Again, you know, I think he's moved up at the wrong time. He failed at cruiserweight against Chris Billam-Smith, who's in the building. He went missing for a little while, by all accounts. And he's trying to reinvent himself now at heavyweight. I've been here for a long time, and it's been quite hard to get on the scene. It seems like the game's changed. You have to be popular, you have to be famous, and you have to put a lot of bums on seats. So I haven't had anyone helping me with that. So the fact that I'm on this show is you know, it's a nice opening for me. This isn't Richard's downfall on Saturday night. This is my arrival. So I'm here. And
I agree.
I'm probably the only one that hasn't feared him. I've been calling him out for the last 10 months. I want him.
You sound like a killer.
You know, he's come up to my weight in my division. Yeah, that's right. He has. Yeah, what are you gonna say, Richard?
Hey, I do my talk in the ring. I don't need to go back and forth. You know, everybody has.
That's a first.
Everybody has their opinions, but who cares?
That's a first. Yeah. I'm here and I'm ready.
To get Chisora up on here, man.
Saturday night, the midnight train's taking the last bus home.
Midnight train is seen as last.
I will offer you the chance just to respond to that Richard Riakporhe. Tommy says you failed at cruiserweight. You're taking the last bus home. What's your prediction? How do you want to win this fight on Saturday?
I don't think it's going to last very long, to be honest.
You're absolutely right.
Oh,
for sure. You're right. You ain't no sniper. You haven't sniped anyone out.
Just tune in, fans. You're going to love this. Trust me.
No
We've been putting in some work for this.
What a sniper is.
I'm looking to entertain.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. We're here and we're ready.
I'm Hellboy on this.
Yeah, we're ready.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Bro.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You've had 15 fights.
16.
16.
And you're my 17th.
Tomato cans.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, guess what?
I don't understand. My 8th fight, I stepped up. Why didn't you step up? It showed more about you.
Because you're very
than anything.
comfortable.
No, you're comfortable.
You look the part.
You said it yourself. You don't even need to be here. You guys are millionaires or something.
Correct.
Why are you here?
Because I love it.
Oh,
doesn't make no sense. This is a hungry man sport.
I love this game.
I'm telling you.
It ain't about the money.
And you're gonna find out Saturday.
It's all about the check.
You're gonna find out Saturday.
And you think
keep on talking.
Check.
Ooh.
Keep on talking about world title fights after this. Who are you in the heavyweights?
Oh,
Keep on talking.
oh.
Yeah.
Before the 5th, I'm taking this guy's head off.
Oh.
I want to box him and move.
Okay, thank you for your hand there as well. Derek Chisora down there.
Hey, man, Hellboy is a villain out
listen,
here.
I thought this next fight that we're going to speak to on the top table here would steal the undercard press conference, but how good was that big fight to look forward to in the heavyweight division between Richard Riakporhe and Tommy Welch? The next fighters we are going to speak to, though.
This shit here?
A good fight this. Adam Azim, widely regarded by many. 23 years old, 13-0 as one of the best young prospects, not just in British boxing, but indeed world boxing, was due to face Zawa Abdullayev on the show this week. But in steps the energetic, the brash, the certainly confident Kurt Scooby, who's had a lot to say in the build-up, which we've all enjoyed, and it promises an intriguing conclusion to what has been a fun build-up in a big fight in the 140 pounds weight division. Just before we hear from the fighters once again, to promoter Benn Shalom. Ben, I just said there that Adam Azim, widely regarded as one of the best prospects. In terms of a talent, what do you believe you are working with here in Adam Azim?
Oh, it's scary. I mean, credit to Adam. He said he'd take on anyone at late notice. I think Kurt Scooby is a perfect opponent. He's a perfect opponent to establish his name on the world scene. A lot of people talk very well of Kurt. He's in the great camp with Hector Bermudez. I know he's been keeping fit. I know he's been keeping active. He looks the part. He talks the part. And that's what Adam Azim needs. I really believe this is going to be an emphatic statement on Saturday night. And this is the moment that Adam's been waiting for, a breakout moment on the world scene. And Kurt Scooby's going to give him just that.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Kurt, welcome. As I said there in the intro, we've enjoyed the energy in the build-up so far. For the British fight fans who might not have seen a lot of Kurt Scooby, what do you believe we will all find out? And Adam Azim will find out on Saturday night.
First off, Ben, you don't sound confident. You do not sound confident. All week I don't play boxing. I let it be known I don't play boxing. I'm here for business. I prepared myself my whole life, struggled my whole life. I'm ready for this moment.
Bro, look like dead
Adam,
presidents.
Good to see you. Welcome. Look, Kurt's had a bit to say this week. We believe there was an altercation in the Fight Week Hotel to kick the week off. It carried on here at the media workout yesterday. What do you make of his energy and what can you take from it, I guess, heading into Saturday's fight?
First of all, I'd like to say hello, everyone. I hope you're all well. I'd like to thank Turki Al-Sheikh for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to Benn Shalom for putting me on the show as well. MSB, Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi's always been a place in my heart where, Makkah, Medina is. And I went to Umrah last year to experience Umrah. And, Saudi's always been to my heart. Look, these Americans, they love to talk. But for me, I'm cool, I'm calm. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Not confident, though, bro. That's the thing.
I'm so sorry.
When you make dua, you're very confident as a man.
I'm very confident.
Be confident as a man.
Kurt, I promise you.
Sorry,
Ben.
Hey, hold on. You didn't want to take this fight.
I can't hear
Let's not forget that.
Shit over there. I can't hear.
You didn't want to take this fight. Remember that. I got the call back.
Shit over there. He's
I called you out.
It's kind of small, little stocky guy.
Yo, it's funny. You didn't want to take
I think
this
he's
fight.
trying shit again.
You didn't want to take this fight. Ben, we had to call Ben and tell, hey, Ben, make that shit happen.
You're like a little kid that
Make that happen.
You're like a little kid that comes from school, like with your backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your lunch.
You're gonna take your lunch.
I'm taking your lunch. I'm taking your lunch. Your cars, your Corvette. You can take my lunch. Are you able to defend that? Are you able to defend your cars, your luxuries? Are you able to defend that?
You're the kid.
No, you're not.
I'm the bully.
Sound confident, son.
Mate, you're
sound confident, son.
Very confident.
Face and your voice.
Sorry about it. You see on face. Sorry about that.
Kurt, it seems that you've tried this week to
Scooby
make
look like
Adam
he's
Azim
on
feel
probation.
uncomfortable. Do you think you've succeeded?
Try.
No.
Try.
You're
Got
trying.
his family
That ain't gonna
yelling
happen
at me right now. I think we got in. I think we did very, very well. Did very well. Look at
Adam
his
doesn't
brothers,
sound scared to me.
Yes.
Scooby sound like he just.
Yeah. Raggy. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Has he wound you up, Adam, at all? Is this a new challenge for you, the mental warfare to face?
I'm not wound up. I'm very calm. Saturday, I'm just going to show him in the ring. That's all.
Rent free.
Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful for where I am. That's it.
Rent free.
Quick prediction, Kurt. How does this go on Saturday?
Rent free.
Take those glasses off and look at me properly, innit? There you go, my friend.
Rent free. All day long.
Sit back down.
Hey, rent free all day long.
Sit down now.
I'm being your ass. Pause. I'm being your ass.
I'm going to beat your ass, and I'm going to beat Devin Henry's ass after that. Your boy, mate.
Hey, it's good. You have to have the security guard hold you back. Every time the security holds you back, you bit
if the security weren't there,
when I see you in the lobby, are we good? No. Hell no, we're not good.
Hope you can.
Hell no, we're not good.
Hope you can fight.
I know you can fight. You're fighting on fire.
Ben, you're shaking your trousers every day, every time.
You're fighting on fire.
I hope.
Hey, didn't Ben come and have you shaking your trousers?
I hope you can.
Is that what they call trousers over here?
I hope you can fight.
You're fighting an actual fire.
Really hope you.
You're actual fighting an actual fire. You didn't. The 18 fights you had, you haven't fought.
I'm gonna talk that shit too.
This kid.
I'm gonna talk that shit too.
Your kid does swear.
You don't sound confident, son.
Final prediction, Adam. Tell Kurt Scooby how you beat him.
He's gonna get a proper demolition job on Saturday. Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for where I am. Let's see you on Saturday night.
Oh.
You don't believe in himself, man. That's crazy.
I believe in myself. Sorry about that.
I can hear it. As a person that believes in himself.
If you can't hear it, then that's the issue. You know that, right? If you can't hear it, that's the issue.
That's crazy to me.
If you can't hear it, then that's the issue. Good thing you can hear, my friend.
Identify someone that doesn't believe in himself. Make more du'as, please.
You should make dua as well. We're both Muslims, right?
Yeah, I do.
We're both Muslims, right? You're a Muslim, right? Maybe we'll make dua. Of course, I'm gonna make more dua.
As my Muslim brother, I pray for you too. We can make dua together after I beat you.
But we can. After I beat you, we can pray Isha together. That's probably after the fight. It's Isha, right? Yeah. After we had a good fight, me and you, and I beat you, we pray Isha
Burger
together.
too. We got a burger. Yeah? Vegan burger for me though.
You want a burger as well? I'll get the beef. You get the vegan. No problem.
Okay. Business to take care of. First of all, on Saturday night. Thank you, gents. Thoroughly enjoyed that. A great fight to look forward to between Adam Azim and Kurt Scooby, and also a great fight to look forward to in the welterweight division. What a year it's been for the engine. Echo Esserman comes into the fight on Saturday night, ranked number 3 in the world with the WBO after a career best performance and win against Josh Taylor up in Scotland to face the former arch rival of Josh Taylor, a man in Jack Cattrall, who begins a new chapter under new trainer Bozy Ennis over in Philadelphia. Jack has been honest, hasn't been happy with the 2 performances this year against Arnold Barboza Jr. and in his first fight, of course, against Harlem Eubank. Big fights on the horizon for both. No pressure at all, lads, as well, bearing in mind how the last 2 press conferences have just gone. I look forward to hearing this next one. Firstly, a quick word, though, from promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, you touched on it at the start there. A big fight for your man in Jack Cattrall. As I say, Echo Esserman very well positioned, but as is Jack across the board. What do you believe
every fight
is at stake for the winner?
From the heavyweight
world title shot, simply. I mean, they're 2 tremendous fighters. It's great to see a domestic fight at world level. Echo's coming off a great win. Jack, you know, we know should have been undisputed champion. That's in the past now, up at 147 with the great Bozy Ennis and the team from Philadelphia now that he's been in training camp with. I think you're going to see a career best performance, and the styles are going to clash perfectly. You know, last time out, it was a bit of a clash of the wrong styles with Jack Catterall. Echo loves to fight. He loves to come forward. He loves to make the fight. And Jack is going to produce, I believe, a career best performance in what I think will be a domestic classic on this brilliant card.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Eddie. Echo, firstly to you.
Jack has
welcome,
a weird,
as we just said there, sitting very pretty across the rankings, across the board right now at £147. What does Jack Catterall represent in your journey and your story right now, do you think, on Saturday night?
Well, first of all, big thank you to Turki Al-Sheikh, Seller, Matchroom, and Queensbury for getting me on this card.
That's an OnlyFans.
Glad to be here. Big show out. Glad to see everyone here. What is in front of me? Awkward customer, tricky character.
Thank you. He knows.
I can be more trickier, so I'm looking forward to it.
Jack, a tricky customer, perhaps a fair assessment. But in terms of where you're at right now, you've talked about in the build-up not being too pleased with your performances so far this year. You've changed trainer. Are we silly to expect a completely different version of Jack Catterall on Saturday night?
Yeah, that's all in the past now. I'm focused on Saturday. I know what I've got in front of me. I prepared well. I prepared hard. Made many sacrifices. So I'm switched on and I'm ready to come do a job on Saturday night.
Echo, you've told us this week that you just have more than Jack Catterall. In your own mind, in your own words, just tell us what you believe makes you a better fighter and why you win this fight on Saturday.
Well, what makes me a better fighter? Everyone just knows me by the engine. They don't know me by the Spectre. They don't know me by my other alter egos. So when we get in the ring,
he just seems to be an
Saturday,
engine, bro.
you're going to see a world-class performance.
He's an awkward
where I put
engine.
that statement performance to everyone on the world stage, see exactly who I am.
And as I say, you're ranked number 3.
Kept saying,
in the
I got other
WBO.
things.
Big
Never
fight next week in
showed
Riyadh
anything
between
else,
Devin Haney and Brian Norman. You believe a win over Jack Catterall here can take you to that world title shot next?
When I win, it will.
Jack, and for you, listen, everyone has
Brian
their
Norman will
opinions
fight
on
you.
where you should
Well,
have
they both
been
would,
in your professional journey in
Doesn't
terms
really
of being a world champion. But is that what you see it being at stake for you on Saturday night in this fight with Echo Westerman?
Yeah, of course. There's some great fights to be made, but that's all irrelevant now. We've both got to fight Saturday, and that's all I'm focused on.
I'm going to lean on Jack
doesn't bring
Catterall.
nothing I've not seen before. So I'm looking to go in
I
there
got
and,
Jack.
put on a show for everybody Saturday night.
How do you believe you do it, Jack? Just finally, in your own words.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to meet him in the middle of the ring, and I'm going to show him what's up.
Echo, final word to you.
Jack has never seen my version of beautiful violence, so it's going to be a good fight. Everyone look forward to it.
And then you went right into the
how
violence.
good was that? What a lovely way to end. Beautiful violence guaranteed then in the undercard.
Let me get some face off.
We're going to face
Here's
off
other videos,
the
Haney
fighters of the
versus Norman. Who you
supporting
got?
cast. Short break
I'm leaning
before we
towards
return
Brian
to the main
Norman.
event.
I'm leaning towards Brian Norman. But it's pretty wild. Yeah, let's get these face-offs going. The main event by itself, that press conference,
That was fun. I knew it was going to kick
definitely
off
needs its own
a little between Kurt
press conference.
Scooby and Adam Azim. Adam's never really had someone talk to him like
All
that.
that kicking off.
Well, it's not your version of kicking off. It's not you. And
I want to see all of them face-offs. Like, let me see that Welch.
Really? That's kicking off.
And,
It really is, unfortunately. That's what we see.
And Rich face-off.
Thrown or jumped or done.
You know who was really good? You know who was really good? Tommy Walsh.
Right. I want to see
He
that.
was surprisingly good.
The boy looks like he means business and he
Yes.
believes in himself. You know, he quietly spoken, softly
and
spoken,
he got
but I
the
like
fight,
him.
didn't he? Off
Yeah.
a react point.
Yeah,
He was
in the end.
desperate
In
when
the
he
end,
even
the wait for the
desperate.
which is order.
Yeah, he was like bite, and then in the end, you're right.
It's like this is the fight that I'm like, okay.
I don't know much about
But
him. I haven't
after
seen
this,
much of the Welsh kid
it's
at all. So, you know,
I guess he's not floating around
you
on
know,
non-televised cards.
Ain't nothing popping.
And I guess
My
you
man
get an
pretty
opportunity
deep
like
breath and
that.
shit. Ain't nothing
Like,
popping.
get on Saturday night.
Two competing
we should
Saturday.
never say he can't do it when we don't know his limitations. We don't know his full ability yet because we haven't seen it. He's undefeated, and that's the thing with undefeated fights is you don't know the level.
What do you make of Mr. Rick Reno's Versace jacket?
Hey, this is my shit.
No, not a bit you?
I mean, I'm okay.
Man, Ishmael, you're literally
this is a good one. Sam Gilly. versus Ishmael Davis.
Eddie
Always wants to step up to the
literally
position.
said,
Always wants to take fights.
he practically
he's
said,
got to stop losing. He's got to start winning. That's the
you
big
got to
thing.
win this
No
one,
good
bro.
taking fights all the time
Because
you're
I
gonna
will
lose
fire
them.
you like
because
that.
then you're going to become a gatekeeper and a journeyman, and I'm sure he wants more for himself than that. So he's got to start winning these big fights, guys.
And he's got the ability to do it.
That's what frustrates me the most.
It's there, isn't it? Yeah, very good fight. I think
for the face-off.
The styles in this fight are going
Like,
to gel
this my
nicely.
groove, but I don't.
It's a massive fight, big opportunity.
I don't think that's the
for the
song.
winners to push on and fight for big titles.
I mean,
And
come on,
most
y'all.
importantly,
You got to
this
put on
will
some
gel.
pop
The
or
fight work
BMX
will
or something. Hey, bro. Come on, y'all.
And here we go.
I
I mean,
can't
every
have
single
both.
fight card should have
Stare
a
down
heavyweight
with
fight on it,
like,
just because they bring
He's
so
not
much
the
fight.
biggest.
DJ.
Cruiserweight.
Tommy Walsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
React was a big dude.
There you go. Yeah, they were on one with that. That was great. Won't you get the hood on? Oh, got the
The
hood
Rocky
on.
jacket on.
He wants to fight though, does Tommy? You can see it.
Yeah,
He's
you
got
can
that
see his
energy.
game.
Yep.
He's not small,
React
but
was-
he's a reasonably sized cruiserweight.
That's a big dude.
Always
man.
looking at the
Richard's a
shoes
big,
here.
big cruiserweight.
Is React Paul got shoes?
Richard's got
Can't really see
flats on.
the-
Has he got flats on?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
flats. So look, he's tall.
He's just a big boy then.
Richard's a big
Don't
lad.
try to
Richard's a
finish
big,
the
big
stare
lung,
down.
guys.
A woman's so heartless.
How does he
Come
make the
on,
weight?
y'all.
Well, we see the clips, didn't we? See the fight, his last fight in Saudi and Riyadh, and you see how broad he was. You know, muscles
Hey,
and
yo,
muscles.
the
And
music is
I
fire.
want
he's
but
someone
not
to
better
wind
than
him up.
it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this. I want someone
Like,
to wind him up because I want
This
him to come
is
out
a
angry.
great song,
Yeah,
but
two-
not
two quarters.
Yeah. And I'm the same. I don't like it. I need to see him pushed. I need to see him really got at.
Yes.
That's what needs to
You
happen.
might see that here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hey, don't push me. You're spraying it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I love this. I love
Oh,
this.
shit. Oh,
You know why?
hey,
Because
that
I love
brother
it because
bro,
Adam's
hey,
not
brother,
had
you
it
gonna
before, and I
break
want to
the
see how
road.
he handles
Oh, boy.
having a loud American
Oh,
brash. Someone pointing in his face.
shit.
This is new to him.
Believe you me, he'll play tomorrow.
There you go.
Someone like Adam, he might not have experienced this before, but trust me, he's such a
Hey.
highly touted prospect
Hey.
that
That's
he's
it.
known
Yeah,
this was
no.
coming.
That's
This
it.
guy's wanting a reaction,
That's what he wanted, isn't
and
it?
he's getting it.
He's getting it.
Look at that
But
pop
he's got a very good temperament. We've seen that in the past from
Oh,
Adeem.
yeah.
Exceptional
Oh,
fighter.
y'all
But this could be the
will
dark
be
partner
lit.
he needs.
No, it will be, I promise you.
That brother
He is
staying
probably one of the
president
quickest
all
fighters
by
pound
himself.
for pound in the whole country.
Yeah.
He is
yo, he-
super quick.
I'd say he's the quickest.
Look, we've been saying this throughout the week, Tone. We don't know if he's going to be a world champion yet, but speed is world class.
Darren, he'll be a world champion this kid because he has so many good attributes. And listen, to
I
be fair,
was
he has a
decided.
fantastic
That's a fact.
coach in Shane McGuigan. Shane McGuigan is a brilliant boxing coach, regardless of what I think of his managerial skills. He's a brilliant boxing coach. I really do rate him highly on his boxing coach front.
Dude, Ackerman doesn't act like how he fights. You know? Like Echo Usman doesn't.
I love this. I
act
really do like
look,
this matchup.
look,
I'm a big fan of both.
The dude look like a choir boy, but he fights like a damn
for the
demon.
last couple of performances. He knows he's better than that, but he also knows he's jumping up a weight class to a man that is a welterweight, a big welterweight as well. Echo Usman coming off his career best weight.
Yeah, it's a really good fight. I think the matchmaking here is
Hey, yo, that
fantastic.
OnlyFans jacket
I'm
is
so
diabolical though. You
intrigued to see
can't.
whose
That's not drip,
style
bro.
this fight suits more. You got
I
the-
wouldn't even
the
have on a
engine,
jacket
as
at
his
that
name,
point.
SMO,
But-
non-stop, and then you've got
Unless
the
he got a
breakdown
bag, he
punch
must
to
have gotten a
the
bag.
But
'cause
Jack now has to start pressing him.
That's
fights.
a level of diabolical that
That's
I
exactly
can't
what I
really.
said yesterday.
Jack has
Get
to start
behind,
putting
dog.
pressure on him fights.
I always like seeing a
Man.
counter puncher walking forward, forcing your
Yo,
opponent to throw.
I'm saying, listen, bro. The ultimate plan for the ultimate fan. Dude, the link is in the description box. Y'all got to get busy. Like, bro, all of boxing is on Dazn. Look at this. No, listen, bro. Everything is on Dazn. $45 is not hard to find. If you buy a pay-per-view, that is $70 right there. Dude, if $45 is hard to find, then, you know, God bless you, bro. Like, we need, you know what I'm saying? If 45 a month, I'm not saying a week, but if you can't find $45 in a month, because everyone here are boxing fans, I'm assuming. That's why you're watching if you can't find $45 in a month, then that's just a different situation. Okay. That means, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of stuff you got to dial in on that you got to focus on. But 45 ain't hard to find, especially for all of boxing being all of boxing, all of it is on Dazn. All of it. Officially, all of boxing is on Dazn. It doesn't matter if you're top rank, PBC, Matchroom, Golden Boy, Queensberry, MVP is on Dazn. It does. Everyone's on Dazn. Bruh, if you are a boxing fan, you get every boxing match in the world. You get that for $45 a month. No matter if it's pay-per-view or what. Bruh. Bruh, that right there. Other sports too. You get bare knuckle fighting championship. I watch rugby. Like, I'm getting it in. So like bruh. Misfits. Just is all on Dazn. If you spend $70 on a paper, it's like, why would you do that? Everything is on Dazn. Now, I can understand if ESPN was still up and if Prime was focused on boxing, then you have to make a decision. But all of boxing is in one place, brother. There ain't no decision to make. It's like, and it's cheap because they've practically monopolized boxing. So they could have had a price point $70 or pull like the NFL, $100. But $45, less than a pay-per-view, and they got at least one pay-per-view a month. This month they got 2. Bruh. On top of the Ben Whitakers and the Vergil Ortiz's and Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios, and brother, even pay-per-view, everything. You get everything. All of everything. All the pay-per-view fights, everything for $45 a month. You already got it. Like Chris Eubank, when you go this even pay-per-view, yeah. If you go right now to buy Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn, you're going to see an option to be an ultimate fan, to go to the ultimate plan for $45. You click on that, you got it all. You got it all. Yeah, it's worth it. Even a paper, you got it all. My man just thought just subscription based. No, it's pay-per-view. I ain't never seen that before. The pay-per-view model killed boxing. So it killed boxing. So with the pay-per-view model, people were streaming boxing as far as piracy and stealing boxing because of you get rid of the pay-per-view model and just go subscription based and it's affordable. It's $45. That kills the stealing of boxing. It's like, that's the way. It's just the annual commitment for me. But my thing about that, Gatorade, is that is how you can keep the lights on, right? So if you don't have that commitment, somebody can just pay this month $45 and get 2 pay-per-view, get Ring 4, and then cancel out. Now you're just taking advantage of people trying to provide a service for people who love boxing. If you get to rape the service like that, the service will fail. The service can't just donate and keep itself running. I think people need to understand that in business, you need to make money to keep running. And not only is $45 affordable, but if you want boxing to stay alive and it's only on Dazn, there should also be a commitment to boxing as a boxing fan. That's why I said the ultimate fan, we should be uplifting the sport and keeping it running. That's another that's a whole nother, and it's affordable. If you keep Dazn up, boxing has a home. So it's not just, let me rape Dazn too. Let me rape the last standing network. Let's shit on them too. Because that's the American way. Let's shit on them too. Then they fold and we ain't got shit. And then say, man, what happened to boxing? We want the best to fight. Man, nobody can afford the best to fight the best because nobody wants to pay for it. At some point, there has to be it's just like hitting the like. People don't even want to hit the like. Hey, ShowBizz, give us another video. ShowBizz, take more time away from your family and do an 8-hour live stream doing a live commentary on the fights. All I ask is hit the like. I ain't gonna give you shit. It's like, brother, I didn't even ask for super chats. Just hit the like. I can't do that, ShowBizz. I can't do that. Subscribe. I'm giving away $30,000 to lucky winners. And y'all see the proof. 30,000, 30,000. Merch. Stuff worth $1,500. I'm giving. Can you do that? I can't do that, ShowBizz. Can't do it. I can't even hit the damn like. There's a bunch of you sitting right here, not even hitting the like. It's like, dude, Muzz can't give back shit. And then they shit on you the whole time. You ain't doing this. You ain't doing it. Can you hit the like? Nope. It's like, bro, damn. Talking shit. It's like, god damn. Let me see. All right, you got me. I'm getting off. Love you, boy. And here's the thing. I feel you, but at the same time, you up. Because now just for $45, you got all the boxing. You up. Let me see. If it didn't benefit you, I wouldn't be pushing it. Most do free 99 and don't support boxing sat. And then comment. If you stealing, you can't comment shit. You can't ask for nothing. If you ain't buying nothing, if you ain't supporting, you can't ask for shit. You know what I'm saying? You just can't ask for shit. You can't sit in my house as I buy the food and cook it and then be like, hey, man, you don't be making lobster enough. That's why I don't like it here. Then get the hell out. Like, you can't freeload and then ask for shit. Let me see. Understandable. Yeah, but Biz, next month, I got to buy the Prime card too. Well, what Prime? Oh, the Roach? I mean, but that's not the zone. That's not the zone's responsibility, right? So if you feel you can't do it right now, then don't. If your budget is I'm saving money for the Prime card next month, then do that. But then that's it for Prime for a year and a half. Nobody fights on Amazon that doesn't promote boxing. So yeah, you go ahead and pay for that next month. But then you got to come back to the zone where boxing is. So you don't have to do it now. Come back in 3 months, whenever you're ready, right? Whenever you can afford the $45. Let me see. Cut back on the strip club and pay $45 towards the brother. That's the Black Two Sugars. Let me see. Roach fight over the DAZN sub is wild. I mean, but if that's where he's at, I can't. That's what he values. That's fine. But eventually, because boxing is only on the zone, so that's one event. Eventually, right? PBC come here all the time because PBC is on the zone, right? David Benavidez is a PBC fighter sitting on the zone. Abdullah Mason is top ranked. Brian Norman is top ranked. They're all fighting on the ring for. Yeah, all the ones complaining ain't real contributors to boxing. I'm saying that's why I said that's why people got hurt, but it's true. If you love boxing, it's cheap. You get all boxing for $45. That's cheap as shit. If you love boxing, it's cheap. If you don't love it enough, it is kind of expensive. But if you love it, it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? People say, well, I guess if I'm not paying it, I don't love it. Well, you cannot afford it. That's what if you like I said, if you can't afford $45, you can't afford 30. But my thing is, if you love it enough, it is cheap. There's stuff that I do that it's like I love Jordans. I love Jordans enough to where if there's a pair for $150, that's cheap to me. To me. Because I love Jordan. I value Jordan so much. I'll buy some Jordans for $300 because I value it so much. So I value boxing so much that I was paying pay-per-view for $100, $90, $80. That's how much I love boxing. But to get it for $45 and get everything subscription-based and pay-per-view, and for me, that's super cheap. For me, who will pay $80 for a pay-per-view, $45 for everything is super cheap for me. Let me see. 45 is a great deal because after 12 months, it is $540 total. The pay-per-view is $60 on the zone, typically 2 times a month. That's what I'm saying. That's $1,000 for stop complaining. Yeah, people talk about, oh man, $450 total. I mean $540 total. Then do the math on everything else. unless you're not a boxing consumer. If you're somebody who only buy one pay-per-view a year, then it's not worth it. But if you're somebody who loves and consumes boxing, it's for them. Honestly, that's why I said it's the ultimate plan for the ultimate fan. If you love boxing and you consume it, you know it's cheap. If you don't consume it and you steal it, and then it's not for you. It's not for you. Let me see. I pay for Dazn and it sucks. What you're pretty much saying is because the pay-per-view, so Ring 4 sucks to you and Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank sucks. This card sucks for you. That's why I say you don't love boxing enough. But on top of that, it's not that Dazn sucks. You're saying boxing sucks. All of boxing is on Dazn. The whole sport. Tell me where else you're consuming great boxing. Tell me. Every weekend, tell me where you're consuming great boxing every weekend. Let me talk to you real quick. I'm just this is the point I'm making. At this point, that means you just don't like boxing. But where is bro at? Where is bro? Where is he? I need to see his name. I remember his face. I can't even. Wait, is it this guy? Who I think it's this guy. Somebody said without. Okay, you're capping for Dazn biz. The NFL, NBA, and MLB stay relevant and make money with a paywall. That's sports. Do you know what you just said? You're comparing a network of Dazn to the sports. That lets you know that Dazn is boxing. So you're not mad at Dazn. You're talking about boxing. You're mad at boxing. All of boxing is on Dazn. Where else are you consuming boxing? It'll be so much worth it if Top Rank joins Dazn. Well, they practically are. All their big fighters are fighting on Dazn. No, he gets quiet when I ask him. I have to pay extra for the pay-per-view. Not with, he's dumb. He's dumb. Not with the ultimate plan. Do your dumb ass know? His dumb ass don't know what the conversation is. All right, never mind. He don't know what the ultimate plan is. This dumb ass come in late screaming and shit. $45 a month for the pay-per-view too, brother. But it'll be so much. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Dumb ass tweaking, bro. And my man said it'll be, and this guy said it'll be so much worth it if Top Rank joins Dazn. Abdullah Mason is Top Rank. Brian Norman is Top Rank. Let me see. I'm 3 subscription models in. I've given up on their promise of free pay-per-view, but Showtime was the same price for at least a couple of years. Yeah, Malik. But where else are you watching boxing? Okay, then, like I said, if you don't love boxing enough, it's all
that he's worthy of, and one that he can be proud of. As proud as we all were, and I'm sure he was of his performance, the heart, the coverage he showed, but tactically and technically, he just didn't get it right.
They thought he was.
Who was talking and was just not listening and just talking? Boy, you gotta listen, dog.
Keep on coming. Like I said before, a welterweight
went in
there
again. Love you, boy.
Middleweight and gave him hell for 12 rounds.
One pay-per-view is 2 months of Dazn, and I'm saying, and there's at least a pay-per-view a month. It's just it ain't even something to sell
because you lost the.
Listen, it ain't even something to sell. You have to work very hard to act like you rather pay a pay-per-view than $45. Like you gotta work very. It ain't even. It's a no-brainer if you know math. If you, it's a huge leg up. Ain't even nothing to sell. I'll wait. I'll just wait for y'all to keep buying pay-per-views and be like, listen, dog, what the hell am I doing? What's my dumb ass doing? Oh my God. I'll just wait. Oh, let me see. I'll just wait for y'all. Yeah, the ultimate plan is all inclusive. What did DJ say? What did DJ? $45 a month compared to $79. Dog, it's a no-brainer. Hey, DJ, they're not complaining about the reality. They just hear a price and then complain. It's the American way. We don't think about we want to take and steal, right? But so they hear 45. Oh my God. They need to hear. If you would have said 30, they say, oh my 30. Oh my God. It doesn't matter. If you said $10, they'll be like, what? Oh my brother. Listen, fam. They have a whole different thing. They just want to tear down and complain. When actually it benefits you if you love boxing. Like if you really like watching it, it benefits you. Let me see. J-Rod is smoking that stuff. The brain went to Mars. Brother, holy shit. Brother. Right. And it's okay. That's right. Okay, everybody. Let's go. Let's go.
Wins on Saturday, the trilogy happens because it's 1-1. It's not going to be like the fathers. The trilogy will happen.
Do you not want to see it kind of go down to his natural weight class of 147? Of course. And you know the thing is, I don't think the trilogy happens down there. It's not just
he said if Conor wins,
there's money fights down there as well.
He's not making 147 easy again.
I don't think he can make it again.
No, I think he can, but let me tell you, he's going to need a lot of time. A lot of time. I'm talking 4 to 5 months. Because he has to detract muscle now from his body. He's always doing that. He's lost a bit of muscle to make weight for this fight. But trust me, when you take the muscle away and deterioration, and you go into ketosis and you do a ketogenic diet, believe you me, that's hard and it takes away. I know, because when I went to face David Hay in 2 fights, when I came back down to cruiserweight, it's really hard. It's not easy.
I told me to unmute it, and I'm like, why? Okay, here we go. So you say, I understand J-Rod, okay? They sold him on a subscription, then added pay-per-views later, okay? I get his complaint. Hopefully this time is different. It's very basic, brother. Are you going to pay $45 a month for all fights? And don't need it. Really, it's just not even there's nothing to complain about, man. Because one day I didn't like, and this sucked. Well, then you should have just left. I don't know, but are you willing to pay $45 for all fights? Yes or no? No. Okay, then go home. For those who really like watching all fights, it's a no-brainer. It's not even to add a whole bunch of different shit is a waste of time. But like I said, manhood. For me, stuff is just basic as hell. For like I say, as a guy, I just think basic as hell. How much this costs? $45. What do I get? All right, I'm buying it. Like it's not even like I don't. Well, you said one day that. Well, how much it costs? Okay, I'm going. Let me see. Watch boxing or don't, man. It's that. It's that simple. We love combat sport. I'm exhausted. Hey, Tim Butler, it is hysterical.
You can see it as well, can't you?
Yeah, that's not the same guy we see.
They need to hurry up. I gotta pick up my
preparation's different this time.
He looked a lot more full in the face for the first fight, and he looks thinner, but he also looks healthy. And he ain't got much further to go. He'll have learned from the first one. He'll have learned from that little mishap. I know it was an expensive mishap, and it was a miscalculation. I don't buy into the kill the dead at the weight. It's impossible. It's impossible for the fight to be dead at the weight and come strong in the last 3 rounds. Impossible. It can't happen.
You wouldn't be missing out 500 grand, would you?
I wouldn't sleep again.
You'll find another way to get it.
Oh,
Right, let's do this. At the main press conference, all the protagonists are on the stage. Mr. Michael Buffer is on the stage as well. So let's throw for the greatest MC of all time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the final press conference for what will be an outstanding event coming up on Saturday, November 15th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium here in London.
Man,
it will be ring unfinished business. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn 2 this Saturday, once again, November 15th. Tickets are still available. We expect to have about 60,000 plus once again for this fantastic event. 7 months ago, the two fighters you're about to meet.
Ninja, if it was their favorite promotion, if it was PBC, they'd buy a no-brainer, and then other people be complaining about the PBC. If it was ESPN, they'd be complaining, people be complaining about ESPN, and other people be for it. It's just, get off that shit and just be pro yourself.
And the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Mohammed.
Just to let y'all know, Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios price point pay-per-view was $75. Just to let you know. Instead of Ring 4 and Chris Eubank, Conor Benn, and all of the subscription-based fight, all for $45. It's just a no-brainer.
Promoters Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Ben Shalom for Boxer.
Be able to.
Sponsored by our great sponsors, Everlast, BYD, Cleans,
Malik, ask for consistency. Go ahead. Don't pay for it and just ask for consistency. Go ahead, Malik. This is what I don't understand. Go ask, sit down, ask for it. They're gonna say, okay, we'll give you consistency. You just gotta see it. Go ask for it. Yes. But then wait out. Wait 3 years. I don't know. Wait out as I watch all the fights.
Head trainer for Chris Eubank Jr., Brian McIntyre. Head trainer for Conor Benn, Tony Sims. And seated, a gentleman I introduced quite a few years ago, a few times in the ring. He's
exactly. If they don't give you what they advertised, that's a lawsuit. They advertise that you get all of that. If they don't give you what they advertised, then it's up. Let me see. You don't get more consistent than all pay-per-views for $45. Brother, Traverse. People are in the make-believe. Hey, bro, do you, bro?
Stage 23 victories, 14 big wins by knockout, only one defeat. He's ready and looking for revenge Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Conor the Destroyer Benn.
Let's go.
And his opponent, who will be making his entrance with more boxing royalty, ladies and gentlemen. It's his dad, of course, the former super middleweight, former middleweight champion of the world. And he is, of course, Chris Eubank Sr. Coming in with his son with a record consisting of 35 victories, 25 KOs, only 3 defeats, two-time IBO middleweight world champion, Chris Next Gen Eubank Jr.
Hey, my man getting my... Well, I forgot some age on him. Can't stay today. Just came to hit the like and say what's up. Love you, boy. Also, the 45. I'm in.
Father and son, champion and champion.
They incorporate the war room more. Yep. So I can get.
And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, let me turn it over to our host. He'll be coming up to the center of the stage. How about a round of applause for Mr. Jamie Ward?
Thank you very much. The greatest, Mr. Michael Buffer, in the house. Thank you, Michael, and a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's main event, final press conference. Listen, just as their fathers did, who joined them on the stage here this evening all those years ago. In fact, 35 years ago next week is the anniversary of that Sunday night in Birmingham when Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn first did battle, and here we are, all those years later, part 4 of Eubank Benn in the history books, part 2 between the sons, a rematch that truly sells itself, aside from the family history, the once-in-a-lifetime stuff, the unique setup that we have here in the build-up to what promises to be another special night. Just cast your mind back to April. Throughout the whole build-up, April 26th, 2025 was spoken about of being an I was there moment, and let's be honest, it was an I was there occasion before the opening bell had even rang at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We remember the cinema, the theatre, as Chris Eubank Sr. made his way into the stadium alongside his son, Chris Eubank Jr., as Conor Benn and Nigel Benn watched on backstage. We remember the ring walks, the pyro, the atmosphere, simply the best, the Benn chimes and dangerous. And then, of course, the opening bell rang, and we witnessed what can only be described as one of the greatest fights we have seen on these shores in many, many years.
But I want y'all to keep this in mind. My man said, wait, Malik, do you, but I want you to keep this in mind. Supply and demand. If not as many people are buying it, the price can go up. If a lot of people are buying it, the price can actually drop. You get what I'm saying? But do you understand that business is based on customer reaction? If y'all just sit there and just not do anything, I mean, it just folds. But do you, bro? Support the way you do.
Will to win, and all of it culminated and was summarized fairly well by Chris Eubank Sr. Legendary behavior in the boxing ring. So what's at stake in part 2 for Chris Eubank Jr.? It's a chance to cement once and for all family Eubank supremacy and push on to the big names he's targeted for a long time now, and those world title opportunities. For Conor Benn, it is the quest for revenge. It is the thirst for redemption, and probably most importantly, a long-awaited victory for the Benn family over the Eubank, so he can return safely home to his father, Nigel Benn, who sits beside him on the stage here this evening.
It's up to Top Rank.
Before we do hear from the fighters, the training teams, we are going to hear from the promoters. Firstly to you, Ben Shalom. Make your case, Ben, in front of the world. Here we go again. Why does Chris Eubank Jr. beat Conor Benn for a second time on Saturday night?
First of all, thank you to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Thank you to Seller. Thank you to Ring Magazine. What an occasion we have again. It feels like the Chris Eubank Jr. show all over again. It feels like the fourth of a family dynasty, a family rivalry that has gone on for a long time. But this is a generational fight with generational stakes for Chris Eubank Jr. This is the moment I really believe he cements himself as a great in British boxing. For the attention that he brings to the sport, this is the 7th fight that I promoted with him, and every single fight is a spectacle, money anyway. And this one is no different. It's a huge moment.
Is more money anyway.
We know the fights beyond this. We know the names beyond this. We know the big nights we want to bring to this country, bring back to stadiums again. But it only happens with a statement performance on Saturday night, and that's, I believe, is what we'll get.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Over to the other side of the table, to Matchroom Boxing's promoter, Eddie Hearn. Eddie, here we go again. You say you've been very impressed with your man, Conor Benn. Yourself and Chris Eubank Sr. have had a little bit of back and forth this week, but what does it mean to you, to Conor, to be in this position once again?
Wow, he's finally learned. He's finally learned, guys, that he cannot speak during the press conference. What a beautiful thing it is that I don't have to interrupt this guy. This is great music, by the way. I don't know. Okay. Oh, this is great. Thank you, Eddie, for finally understanding your position here. I guess I'm just going to jump straight in with what everybody really wants to know. And that is, I'll wait for the music to start.
Eddie! Eddie! This is classic!
Oh wait, he's actually doing the clipboard. Wow, that's impressive.
Love Actually style from Eddie Hearn tonight.
Oh, as long as he's not speaking, that's fine.
And we always tell the truth. Silent night, bro. To me, Conor Benn is perfect. He's ready for the performance of his career. So get ready for another epic war.
Wow, this is embarrassing, man. I can't believe this guy's really doing it. This is supposed to be the best promoter in the world, and the guy's got clipboards up on the stage.
Live worldwide.
Smiling like an idiot because he's too scared to talk at a press conference. That is, wow.
Oh, my God.
Chris, just before we hear from yourself, I'm going to throw it down there to the CEO of Ring Magazine, Versace, Mr. Rick Reno.
That was genius.
To say a few words.
He
Rick,
beat
over to you.
Chris, and Chris tried to talk through it.
Well, I got to follow that up by Eddie. I got no cue cards with me. But I will say, I don't blame Chris. I don't trust these matchroom guys tonight. So I had to talk to the British board to receive confirmation that Frank Smith will not be driving the ambulance on Saturday. I had to get pure confirmation of that because Eddie have a few tricks up his sleeve. I don't trust him either, Chris. I don't blame you. But this weekend, it's a major, major contest. I know Chris, Conor, both of them, it's unfinished business. Chris is looking to repeat in more dominating fashion. Conor, he wants revenge. I can see it in his eyes. He's hungry for revenge.
Come on, man.
But
God,
more so,
I
I
gotta
think
pick
what
up my
each guy
kid.
wants is a knockout. I don't think either guy, from hearing them, wants this fight to go to distance, wants this fight to go to the cards. Neither guy wants to take a chance. And I just got a feeling in myself that we are going to see a knockout. I don't know which guy's going to get it. That's why we got to tune in. I thought the first fight, easy front runner for fight of the year. I think the second fight's going to be even more exciting. And it's a can't miss occasion, can't miss fight. I look forward to it. And I hope to see everybody on Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Rick. A quick word from Mr. Chris Eubank Jr. to open up the press conference here this evening. Chris, when you think back to all these years ago when you decided to venture into the world of boxing, because if your dad could, then why couldn't you? And you sit here now, back-to-back stadium headliners, the eyes of the world on Chris Eubank Jr. once again, with your father sat beside you. At that time, did you have any idea, Chris, of what you were signing up for when you sit here on an occasion like this once again?
I had no idea that I will be sitting in front of you guys today with this man by my side. I found out a couple of hours ago. So I'm just as shocked as you guys are. I still don't know what he might say, what he might do. I'm sure it's going to be interesting regardless. But all jokes aside, there is something I need to address first and foremost.
Oh, shit.
Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, Nigel Benn, over the last few months have been making accusations and claims that my father was paid to come to the fight in April. Just barefaced lies. And anyone with a brain knows that that's not true. But I still have to address it because it's extremely disrespectful to my father and myself. And I also think it's pretty disrespectful to the Saudis for them to imply that they would pay my father to do that. So yeah, I'm just getting it out into the open, saying for once and for all that never happened, and for these men to stop lying to the public.
Conor, welcome. Here we go. Not long to go now. A similar question to what I just asked Chris. You ventured into this world because you said you chose to, not because you had to. You've had your highs and lows.
Thank you, brother.
In the sport of boxing. But even from the Conor Benn of April, what have you learned about yourself of why this world is a world for Conor Benn?
Yeah, I mean, listen, when I first turned pro, I didn't envision being here, of course, especially not sitting next to Chris and fighting Chris. We're both at different stages of our career when we first turn over. Well, when I first turned over anyway. You know, for us to be sitting here, it's legacy and it's generational. I didn't choose this life. It sort of just fell into place, and here I am, the fighter I am. I love to fight. It's what I do. My dad's got 8 kids, and I'm the one that chose to live this life.
Happy to see Chris Eubank Senior here today, Conor.
Very, very, yeah. It's good to have him here. I mean, sitting at the top table, having my dad here and seeing you here is always meant to be. It was meant to be first time round. We are where we are because of our dads. Yes, we had to work hard, but credit to Senior and my old man that me and Junior can sit here and carry this on.
A word from the trainers before we work our way back up the table then. Firstly to you, Bomac. Bomac back in camp for a big fight with Chris Eubank
It's just
Jr. You've said it's a relationship that works well, and you've said you believe you can win easier this time. Why is it that you believe that?
I just believe in Chris's skill and his will that he has. You know, Chris always
wearing an Undercard t-shirt and a snack hat. That dude's right.
He wants to win. He got that killer instinct. And once you got to get a fighter like that, it's easy to work with him.
To Tony Sims as well, they believe it's going to be easier this time round on Saturday night. You've been with Conor day in, day out. What's your counter argument to that point?
Yeah, look, the first fight was a tremendous fight for the fans. And I don't know about how much skill set was in that fight, but it was certainly, as they say, a fight of the year contender. And
it's fight of the year.
I believe that Conor's had to make adjustments for this fight, and I believe he has done that in the gym. He's worked really hard to make them adjustments, and I don't think we've really seen the finest of Conor Benn yet. I believe that he's got a high IQ when he's in the ring and a high skill set, and I believe that come Saturday night he will show that.
Do you believe he can do it inside the distance, Bomac, this time on Saturday?
Well, like I always say, Ben, you know, I don't go out there trying to push guys to go for the knockout. I go out there and make these guys try to get the win. But if the knockout is there, we're going to get it.
For you, Tony, how do you see Conor Benn winning this fight?
I got money on it.
I believe that if the adjustments he's made for this fight and the way that I know Conor can fight, obviously I've been with him from the start, and I believe that he's got the skill set to win this fight convincingly.
By knockout.
Okay, thank you, Tony and Bomac, the training teams, both sides of the main event. And what a picture this is on the stage here, and what a privilege it is to have a pair of two-weight world champions in the house, of course, Mr. Chris Eubank Senior and Mr. Nigel Benn. Firstly, to you, Chris Eubank Senior. It was wonderful when we saw you at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in April, but why was it important for you to be with your son here at today's press conference in the build-up to his big rematch on Saturday night?
I'm here to support.
Yeah, come on, brother. Get the mic right. Lean forward.
Again,
That's my
he's doing the weight, so I'm here to support. So just in case there are those who want to bark or scold him. So I guess I'm here to actually protect him. I should say, in regards to the love of the son, if a father takes money, nothing wrong with that. But if there's a father who doesn't take money, and has taken no money, none, then that is to be studied. Study that. I can't be, I'm not in dreadlocks, nothing. You can't pay me anything. I'm here for heart, love. Remember, what I've lived by right the way through my career, and what's made me Don, Gorgon, what has made me Don, is that I've lived with and behaved with patience, kindness. I've never envied. I don't boast. I'm not proud.
You don't boast.
I'm not rude. I'm not self-seeking.
Stop lying.
I'm not easily angered, Nigel. And I keep no record of wrongs. That's why I continuously win, because I live by the statutes of the Spirit, the consciousness of the Christ. So whoever told Nigel that I was paid whatever sum of money, they lied to you. And in you actually spouting what they've told you makes you a liar. So expose who told you that lie in order to actually clean your name. Otherwise, who in the future is going to believe you on anything you say? I've always walked the straight line. I fought the good fight. I finished the race. I kept the faith.
Bars.
Now, there is in store for me the crown of righteousness. And the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, that crown of righteousness. And not only for me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing.
Garbage.
I speak and I walk truth, nothing but. And that's the only way you become a true entertainer that lasts. Yeah.
Okay.
So to that,
You hear Nigel?
I will say, Rastafari.
Nigel, after all these years, how does it make you feel when you're still sat across from your biggest rival, Chris Eubank Sr.?
How do I feel? Water running down my back. Nothing. No, absolutely. It's not even about me. It's about my son and Cris Jr. So I'm not even really paying attention to what he says. It's all gobbledygook to me. It's just going over my head. I'm not even really just taking it all on board. Not at all. If we're here to talk about a fight, that's what I'm here to talk about, my son fighting.
Yep.
Nothing else. Not about, what he's done or what he ain't done. Doesn't bother me.
Do not spread lies about me, my friend.
Yeah, well, if you...
I think you two should just face off, personally.
Yeah, I don't mind having a face off with him all day long, mate. I'll have it all day long with him. But anyway, yeah.
Nigel's my guy.
But the difference is it's not about us. We've had our past. It's me, about Junior and Conor and the fight. That's all I want to talk about. Don't want to talk about anything else. We know what's what. We know what's truth. We know what lies is. But the difference is I'm here to support my son, and I watch my son train hard. In the first fight, everyone was saying, what a great fight. Yeah, it was a great fight. But you know what? Conor was throwing punches from South Africa, Germany, all over the place. That weren't no boxing.
It wasn't.
It's a good fight.
A great
but
fight.
It wasn't boxing. It wasn't what we know Conor can do. And I've seen what Conor can do. And now if he stick to his game plan, he would have victory early doors. And I believe that. I've been watching him spar. And what's really good about this fight, for me, is Conor's mindset. That's the most important thing. Because he's always been an unbelievable trainer. Me as a world champion, my fitness was here. Conor's is completely another level. So it was never about his fitness. It was all about his mindset. And the team that we have behind him have all, because of Conor, we all just been relaxed. No, it's not one bit of stress like he had in the last fight. No stress whatsoever. It's just been peaceful. So I know we're going to get the victory. I'm 100% sure of that, regardless what they say. I mean, Conor had him more in trouble than he ever had Conor.
That's a
and the
fact.
difference is once Conor takes his time, do what he knows he can do, we'll be victorious early doors.
Early doors.
Thank you, Nigel. Chris Eubank Sr., final one to you before we hear from the fighters.
He is right.
You called your son a legend for what he did in the ring in April. When you were sitting ringside watching that, what made you feel that way, and how proud were you of his achievements in the first fight against Conor Benn?
Oh, shit.
I have spoken. No, we don't talk, dreadlocks. We don't talk.
Okay, no problem whatsoever. Let's hear from the fighters then. Both sides of the main event, Chris Eubank Jr.
You get into a whole
and
pot.
Conor Benn. Chris, here we go. I just wonder how it made you feel when you heard that your dad called you a legend. In that clip we've seen on social media, a big smile on your face, and like we talked about, to have him here by your side, what sort of lift is this a few days out from the rematch?
I'm not here to talk about my feelings or my emotions. I'm here to talk about things that are bothering me and that I think I should shine a light on.
That's emotions.
As I always do at these press conferences. There's a small issue. Well, it's not a small issue. It's actually a big issue to me.
You're gonna talk about feelings, but stuff that bothers you?
The head of my security since 2014, a man by the name of Ivan. He has been blackballed and blocked from coming to this fight by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom because of a released report about the stoppage of my ambulance, and I don't think it's great. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's correct that a man who's simply doing his job and telling the truth is blackballed by the powers that be. So I wanted to put that out there because if it can happen to him, it can happen to anybody. These people are controlling the industry. They're making jokes about it, but it's a guy's livelihood on the line. And I don't think it's fair. So, I'm putting that out there for the world to know, and something needs to be done about it.
Any response, Eddie? Not sure if you can use the cards for that one, though.
No, there's nothing this guy can say. I mean, in the last press conference, as you guys saw, he used Ricky Hatton, a legend and an amazing fighter. He used his name to try and speak during the press conference. I mean, the levels of scumbaggery that we're dealing with here are just unparalleled. We need to get a picture of this guy in the Oxford Dictionary under the word scumbag. Just a little thumbs up, a little smile, because he is the definition that he would do something like that. And I didn't forget about it, and for anyone that did, I'm bringing it up again.
Conor, let's hear from you here this evening. Listening to you speak on the Dazn stream yesterday, you were watching some highlights back from the first fight, and you said you believe you took Chris Eubank Jr.'s soul that night. What makes you feel that way?
I don't know about that.
I do. The fact he was in hospital for 3 days. I was
took
back
his
in
body.
the gym.
You didn't take his
double the
soul,
amount of punches. I was back in the gym on the Sunday. For me, the most damage that was done in the fight. I believe I inflicted a lot more pain. His work rate was incredible. His resilience, his strength, his spirit, his athleticism, his experience. He used really well. It took me by surprise. And he's a better fighter than I thought he was. First off, but I'm ready to take what's left come Saturday.
I'm ready to take what's left.
What do you make of that, Chris? Conor claiming that he took your soul in the ring in April.
Who won the fight, Conor?
You may have won the fight, but you're the one in hospital, not me.
If you take a man's soul, that usually means you win the fight.
You won the fight.
I've never seen someone's soul get taken and they still win.
I look at you now and you ain't the same.
The truth is we both ended up in hospital. And, I was there for dehydration and you were there for the...
How much weight did you put on after the weigh-in?
Listen,
after the weigh-in,
we're not
going to
get into weight talks.
Was you 3 pound under? We are into weight.
You guys
I didn't bring it up.
You guys implemented a rehydration clause. You guys implemented a rehydration clause.
Your team. That was your team who said.
Okay, yeah, my team requested a weight restriction, right? Anyway, regardless of that,
you're getting paid an absolute fortune to fight a welterweight. I don't know what you're moaning about.
Why do you always talk about weight?
Go fight a Damas. You want to fight a welterweight? Well, that comes with T's and C's. You're the A side. So if it comes to them,
that's right. I am the A side.
Okay,
so that means that if there's a rehydration clause, I'm going to deal with it, and I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Stop begging for sympathy from people.
There's no sympathy.
Really cares.
You can ask the doctors why I was in hospital. You're talking about you were in hospital for 3 days.
You were 3 pounds under.
What did you say? I was sipping food for a straw?
Rehydration limit.
Just lies.
You missed your championship weight that you've made the past 5 fights.
I did because of sabotage. Because of Eddie Hearn and Matchroom had room full of photographers and people stopping me from getting on the scales.
We are gladiators. Do you know how embarrassing it is carrying on like this?
You guys got your wish. You got your 500k. You bought a Rolls Royce.
I did.
Congratulations to you.
I really am hoping you misplay again. Every time you bring that up, it does.
You're only getting one Rolls Royce this year, mate. Don't worry about that.
I might do. You never know. Might sabotage you again, Chris.
Conor, you said that you're not emotionally invested as much this time round in the fight or in Chris Eubank Jr.
You know what it is, Jamie? I think once you learn about Chris, you learn to understand he is just the way he is. But he has my respect for being one hell of a fighter. Resilient. I genuinely thought I'd knock you out.
He's resilient as shit.
No, you didn't.
But I did. And I almost did.
No, you didn't.
But I almost did.
No, you didn't.
And I'm not going to let you go this time, Chris. But I take my hat off to you because we're both sitting there. We didn't have to choose this life. We're both here putting it all on the line, pouring our hearts out in there. So I'll take my hat off to you. I don't like you though.
You keep your hat on, my friend, because I don't need. I'm not worried about your respect and what you think about me. Whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you think I'm an idiot.
Weird. I don't like it.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't affect me personally. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do exactly what I did to you in April. I'm gonna take your soul.
I was back in the gym on the Sunday. I was sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So you
like a good sparring session.
your soul will be getting taken.
I was back in the gym on Sunday, ready to go again. While you were crying about your flipping tongue now. Don't come here with that, Chris. You got beat up by a welterweight. You see your face. You got beat up by a welterweight. Has any other middleweight done that to you?
You caught me with a few good shots.
I know. I saw your legs buckle.
There was no way that the beating I took was anywhere close to what you took.
I was completely fine though.
Yeah, all right.
Punched like a fairy.
You looked fine.
You punched like a fairy. For a middleweight, you punched like a fairy. Wait till I drop back down to
okay, well, then you don't have anything to worry about in a couple of days.
This is my last fight up at 160.
Yeah.
Hope everybody enjoys. I will be dropping back down to 147 to challenge the Barrioses, the Ryan Garcias, the Rolly Romeros, the Devin Haney's, the Normans. I'll drop back down and pursue my career to win a world title. I'm glad I could give you guys this fantasy fight and me showing a pair of bollocks to jump up 2 weights to fight you. While you're moaning about your tongue now in hospital. You understand?
Jumping up 2 weights. You haven't been a welterweight for 4 years, kid. Stop it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Exactly, bro. That's my whole point. No one cares about you and your toenail, Chris. Nobody. Especially not me. I like you though.
All right. It's getting embarrassing now, man. Let's move on. It's getting embarrassing. Just stop talking. Trust me.
When I'm trying
to help you out. I'm trying to help you.
Listen, Chris.
Ben beat Chris.
Chris. Are you really not going to look at me, Chris?
Why would I look at you?
Why would you look at me?
I know what you are.
Chris.
I know your fate.
Look at me, bro.
I don't need to look
Chris, just look at me, bro. Oh, come on, man. I'll see you Saturday. Fuck's sake.
Chris, if all goes to plan for you, where does Conor Benn go when you beat
love
him
these
again?
guys.
What does it mean for your career? What do you push on to?
What type of questions are these, bro? Where does Conor Benn go after? I mean, who cares?
To win a world title.
This is not about what happens next. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to show the world who I am again. And then who knows what will happen next? I can't tell you what this guy's going to do next. You know, he'll tell you all the stories about all these different fights he's going to have, and that's great. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm worried about going out there in a couple of days' time and making history again, which I will do.
Final predictions then, Conor. How do you do it Saturday night?
Do you know what? If you asked me this question 6 months ago, it would have been on a guy there, render him unconscious and knock him out. Sparko. Don't get me wrong, I dream about it. But I'm going to go in there and just give a calculated performance. I think everybody knows I love to fight. It's inevitable. I love fighting. It's who I am. It's in my DNA. Any fight I've had, I put on a performance for the public. And that's my prize, giving people value for money. You know, I'm here. I'm not trying to nick a fight on points. I'm not just trying to win. I'm here to give people value for money and entertainment. But ultimately, my priority is to go in there and get the win. That's my priority. However that comes, however that looks.
Chris Eubank Jr., final word to you. What happens Saturday night? Tell the world.
The procedure will be parliamentary.
Rastafari.
Let me answer.
Yeah, what you say?
Okay, and there we go. That does conclude the main event press conference here this evening. We will now pause as we bring Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn to the front.
I love
for a
this
face-off.
shit.
Thank you very
Here's
much.
a face-off. God, I love this. Oh my God, I love this, bro.
I have to be honest, I was gripped. I was gripped by everything. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yes, it didn't have the sparks of
my man got
maybe the egg slap, but
if he
I was thoroughly gripped. And you know, I wish I know Eddie did the clipboard thing. I wish Eddie spoke.
His money too much.
I like when Eddie speaks at these things. And I believe Chris would have allowed him to speak, but I thoroughly enjoyed every moment of that.
Round 13.
Team Conor won the press conference.
Not as fiery
That's not even a
as
question.
the first one, but it doesn't matter. We
They
know
won the press
that this fight is going to catch fire.
Hey, look at Stinger. Stinger, you in the a double face off. Oh my God.
I feel like
oh my God.
I really do.
Oh my God. Oh my
Chris
God.
made-
Get
you
the
made-
camera
made
back
sure
on
that
it.
he made a beeline
Yes,
for
right
Nigel
there.
as well
Pull out
there.
the way, jackass.
Theater.
This, yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Move. Oh my God. Big Chris dog. Big Cree dog stepped up and was like, yeah, me and you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It truly is incredible, isn't it? I know it's got the Rocky music and there's a lot been spoken about this is a Rocky story. It's beyond that. Beyond the Rocky story that two fathers would fight and have the biggest grudge match we've ever seen in this country. And then their sons would go on to do the same thing. It's crazy.
Cinema, Hollywood. Enjoy this while it lasts because this is special. You don't see this often.
That has to be the greatest shit I've
We'll
ever
miss this
seen.
when it's over.
We will. We honestly, we will.
I am happy.
See this again.
I'm here with the
You'll
war
never
room
witness in your
to see
lifetime
that.
something like this again.
That is
With the
literally
history,
the
with the
greatest shit
fights and
I've ever seen.
There's so much history and time past and nostalgia between all
I'm
the
about
between these
to,
families.
because go remember.
You're right. I mean, people
If
should
you
enjoy
are
this
with
because
me,
you are correct.
You remember.
This is it.
bro.
After Saturday, I mean, unless there's a trilogy, unless their kids turn into fighters, this is it. And considering how good their first fight was,
I gotta
then
pick up my
we
son.
are in for a treat on Saturday.
But
No
whatever
doubt
video
that
I was
I'm sure
going
this
to
man
do
here will try
has
and
taken
be
a back
smart and try
burner
and use his
to
feet and
who
hand
won the
speed.
press conference.
But I feel
That
as soon as
face-off
Eubank
was
tries to
literally
get grip in the
greatest
fight and
face-off
close
ever.
that gap, the man's ambition,
greatest
that
press
fight, that
conference
aggression,
face-off.
that
How
Ben
about
name,
that?
Tony, will just
Probably
get into
not
play.
in range,
That and
but
when
press
Eubank Jr.
conference
lands the
face-off.
first big
Because
right hand
Chris
on Conor,
Senior
it's on.
understands.
It's on. Simple.
He understands, bro.
You can't. A leopard can't change its spots. You will revert to
Senior
type. Both of them, as
understands.
Eubank Jr. did in the first fight. He tried to put him on a jab. He tried to box. He couldn't keep him
Joe
off.
Chris Senior.
So
I
he
gotta
starts
pick up
to
my
fight,
but
and
I
that's
gotta
what
see
he done.
this in slow motion.
Yeah,
They were both reverse to type guys.
And that's
Now,
what we want.
Chris
right? I mean,
Senior.
it's not what Tony Sims, it's not what Bobat
Bro,
wants, but as
bro,
fans,
right
that's
there.
what we want. We
This
want to see
is
them
the hardest
continue
shit.
what
Yo,
they finished from
You
round
know
12.
why they have
What?
to reverse
Yo,
the type?
what
Because they
are
didn't
y'all
have the
doing?
experience and the knowledge
You
and know
go
how.
back.
Isn't Eubank?
The zone. Get the zone on the
He
phone.
should,
Go
yeah.
back.
But he
Go. The zone.
Yes, he does have the knowledge
The
and the know
zone.
how.
That was the. We
But he
all
doesn't
were
have the skills
waiting.
and the
That was
capability to do
literally boxing orgasm.
Because he's a better
Yo,
fighter
I-
than he is a boxer, in my opinion.
I
Who's the
love.
better
I love
fighter of the
the
two?
panel. Get.
That's all Conor knows.
The
That's all
zone.
Conor
Are
knows
you
to
watching
fight,
the zone?
to make it
No,
a
you gotta
fight.
watch the war room
Chris
right now.
has
The
learned
zone.
a way
Go back.
to now box and
Go.
work through a fight without working with 3 minutes a round. He's learned how to take breaks in fights. He's learned how to navigate his way through 12 rounds. Conor learned that in the last fight. So the pace of the fight and how you work through it, that's yet to be seen for Conor now that he's been through it now.
Here's for the
But
boy.
for the likes of Chris Eubank Jr., his style has changed through various trainers. I mean, he's had more
I'm
trainers than
literally
Knight.
seats on
But
that.
ultimately, it works for him. It doesn't matter. He's won on the
in the
biggest stage yet,
background.
and that was
Yes.
the last fight.
Question to both of you. I want to go to you actually, Darren, because this is your former weight class. How much weight do you think Eubank has to lose? You can speak on this, Eddie, if you want. You can.
Oh, no. I need to find that. I need to find that and have.
I think around 7 rounds. We was having a discussion.
I
about
think that
half a stone, I would say so.
Final words that I don't give a. that is the greatest shit I've ever seen in any press conference ever. So I don't know. Mike Tyson slapping Jake Paul is pretty cool. But that was the greatest shit. I got to pick up my son. All right, let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz adult. That, as a father, that had to have been a dream come. Thanks to Senior. Senior understood. With his, he just stepped in with all his, he said, yo, that, because you will never see that again. You will never see it again. And we just saw it. You will never see that. You will never see it ever. And no other, we just saw it live. And I'm betting to win $8,500 on my bookie for Conor Benn to knock out Cris Eubank. And if you guys are betting against the ShowBizz curse, you can do it on
my bookie that I wanna try.
ShowBizz adult. I'm out. Huh. That